Welcome, everybody, to day 4 of ProBots. We are halfway through the season, and if you've stuck with us this far, we have a great show for you tonight. We have 4 bots going down into our lower bracket, and 4 bots which will secure their place in the top 8. So make sure you get comfortable. Check out all the links below. If you're a brand new bot author, especially check out those links and check out the Discord so you can get started and get on the AIarena.net ladder. And without further ado, let's go ahead and start day 4 of ProBots here on ESChamp. Thanks for tuning in. Here we are on YouTube with Endersword and myself, Andyman. Make sure you hit that thumbs up while we're here on YouTube if you haven't already. Have you done it, Endersword?
I have done it.
Do you like what you've been seeing here so far?
I do like what I've been seeing here on YouTube.
It is good, and we've reached some landmark where we got some other emote on YouTube. So thank you everybody for subscribing there, and thank you to our Crown Club as well for your continued support. It has been a fun season so far, and again, we're only halfway through things. So we've got an exciting lineup for you tonight. We're moving back into our upper bracket, our quote-unquote round of 8. There are 12 bots remaining, but this is our upper bracket round of 8. This will decide the 4 bots which move on into the real round of 8.
Let's call this a demi round.
Demi round of 8.
Demi round. Okay. Yeah.
Demi round. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Who are the bots tonight? The lucky bots going up against each other. Again, no eliminations, but we have received updates. These bots have been fine-tuned. They've been fixed up. They've been given hopefully some buffs or something. But I have been seeing a little bit of talk and some uncertainty from a few authors about some of their updates. So we might be seeing some wonky things here tonight, especially in our first couple matches. negativeZero versus BenBot. That should be a doozy. That was last season's champion versus BenBot, who is, we constantly call him the dark horse of the tournament, but he has just been always given a good performance the last few seasons. Been looking strong. Good way to start tonight out, I think.
It is indeed. BenBot always the surpriser, always, which is crazy. Like, there's certain bots that they do the same thing over and over and still surprise you.
Consistency is key,
because I think it's a complicated enough thing that it's doing that everyone comes up with something and they're like, that'll counter it, and then it doesn't.
According to some, it'd be because Terran is OP.
Yes. So
I'm more agree with your line of thinking. Yeah. They just execute what they're doing very well.
Yeah.
BenBot does that, and then Ketroc versus Dovahkiin will be after that. That should be another interesting one. We'll see what snipe, I guess, Dovahkiin has in store for Ketroc. That's my prediction. He's very good at taking out these high-tier bots, these, top of the ladder bots.
Yes, but this could be a nice upset. Ketroc's supposed to be good at the worker defense, so.
Oh, and speaking of snipe, I have heard tell of ghost updates for Ketroc. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't want to make anything up here, but I could be.
He did mention that.
Did mention. Yeah, check out PostBots if you guys haven't already. We had Ketroc on, as well as, who did we have last week? I'm mixing my weeks up. We've had Ratosh on there. We're having Soup Catcher tomorrow night.
Was it? It was Ratosh last week, right?
Yeah. Was that last week or 2 weeks?
Yeah, that was, I don't know.
It was
time is slipping together.
No, StarCraft was last week, and then
Hatoshi. Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, we're both horrible with time.
When did we tier rank the bots, and when did we guess?
We ranked 2 weeks ago and did a puzzle last week.
A puzzle, yes, that was it.
Yeah. Yes. So it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, check out our Crown Club exclusive in the Discord show. Our post bots will do that tomorrow night, same time, same place here on ESChamp. All right, and then after the break, huh?
What's our segment?
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen what we're doing tomorrow. You're not going to be here tomorrow, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to be here, so I'll tell you the idea later.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll save that for next week when you're back. After the break, we'll be doing Eris versus Spudde. That should also be a fun matchup. And then Zoe versus DominionDog. Some very strong Zergs. We're going to have our Zerg after party, huh?
Yeah, and that DominionDog, the other one, like BenBot, where people are like, yeah, like he's good, but he won't win, and then he wins.
Yeah, well, and then he's just got some super powerful play, and absolutely
like,
I could see him moving on for sure. I could see DominionDog or Zoe moving on.
Yeah,
but
true.
Should be a good time. Thank you all for being here on ESChamp and for checking out ProBots. Make sure you tell all your friends about us and get them in here. This is the future of StarCraft. Once humans go extinct, it will only be bots.
Yes.
So, we're getting in at a good time, I think.
Exactly. Also cockroaches.
And cockroaches. Cockroaches and bots will be watching.
Yeah.
Only if the cockroach, I actually learned, only if the cockroach isn't undergoing its shedding, what is it, metamorphosis or whatever.
The timing is.
Yeah, because basically how is when its cells are dividing is when you're exposed to radiation. That's when radiation will really screw up your cells, is when they're duplicating and copying. Roaches only copy their cells so often. So if they're not, whatever, their cells aren't reproducing. Anyway, we're getting on a tangent.
Yeah,
I was waiting for the stats to come up.
So basically, you need a really strong timing attack against roaches, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's all about the timing attack. That's true. Timing attack. We don't have any stats for -0.
Is it because you tried to type -0 into the spreadsheet and it just came back with undefined?
That's possible.
It happens.
I'm sure a lot of the programmers here chuckled at that.
Just he's really good. These stats, just imagine they're very high. They're like 2200s the elo. The win rate is like 103%. And
stupid good.
Yeah, and he only crashes on Greek Orthodox Easter.
Well, that's good. Well, that's
it's like a diabetic crash because of the chocolate. I don't know.
Oh, we're having we're having some stats problems here. BenBot, tell us his stats. You know off the top of your head.
Yeah, he's 68% win rate, but 92% win rate if he makes 4 or more battle cruisers that live. And his bunker Widowmine bait has a average 50 kill per game rate.
That's a pretty good one.
He only crashes to motherships.
How often? I don't think have we seen a mothership ever in ProBots?
We did. Yeah, we saw a mothership in the first week, right?
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah. So against the Thors when they were all backed up against. Yeah. That was their only ace match of the first week.
The BenBot SharkBot. Yeah.
I think it was in the second game that it happened. Yeah.
So, all right. Anyway, so the stats are all made up anyway. It's fine. Now you've caught us. The jig's up. Let's go ahead and shout out our Crown Club before we kick things off. We're about to get our first best of 3 underway, but again, this wouldn't be possible. It would not look as good without you, the Crown Club. You can see all their names scrolling below us. So thank you to all of you. Oh, no, wait. No, you can't see their names. Oh, yeah, there they are. Okay, it was our matchup, and now their names. But, yeah, go ahead and run one of our shout-outs for our Crown Club because they deserve it. There it is. Mind Me, author of -0.
There you
go. Coincidental. Nothing rigged here.
Amazing.
Oh, look, and if you look closely, you caught a glimpse of the bunny. You can't really see it on the camera because we have you cropped, but there is a wild bunny roaming behind Endersword, so keep your eye out. We should do a game. How many times does the bunny run on screen? Whoever gets
There's one. There's
another. There's 2. Very cool. All right, I think our match is ready. Are you ready, Endersword?
Indeed.
I am ready.
Indeed, I am.
You're all ready. Our first best of 3 of the night, week 4 here on ProBots, -0 versus BenBotBC. Let's go. Oh, now that's too loud. Jesus.
Oh, shit. Why is that coming through?
Game sounds. Mind me's.
negativeZero.
We're doing it, guys. We're doing good.
Glossiers.
BenBotBC. All right. Welcome, everybody, today to Glittering Ashes. Our first match here. And now this, again, should be a doozy of a match. Look at that. Already something wonky going on. But I would, I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of BenBot. I mean, let's take a look. I got to pull up our updates and see where we're at here.
Yeah, he's done this sort of thing a number of times where he's trying to, like essentially trying to, it's not like a straight up, but it's more like a delay because, of course, he's trying to get to BCs eventually. But we have seen this do a lot of damage.
Well, and it's to throw off the scouting a little bit of the opponent, right?
Yeah, a bit of that as well.
Depending on the matchup, I guess, of course. But in this case, negativeZero does scout and react. He's definitely one of our more reactive bots, I would say. Really good at assessing the situation.
Exactly. He is expanding there. He's going to kind of demi-wall the top.
That's the word of the day, demi.
Demi-wall. It's a good one.
I like that. It
can mean basically whatever. Like, that's what I've learned.
I'm pulling up updates here to see.
I think that Eris is a demigod as well. Not sure.
Yeah.
So the bunker coming up here. So he has canceled the Nexus right away. So he had started that and that's canceled it. So that at least the bunker has done some work already in delaying this. The SCV will not finish this, but this guy doing stuff. There's a Marine there that wants to like shoot that pylon, but can't. Too far.
Why? Oh, no, there he goes. Oh, wait, are you talking about a different? Oh, that one there. I was like, he's shooting.
So he's
he wants it so bad.
He's twitching, but he's not shooting.
His buddy's like, get out of the way. I got to kill that pylon.
Yeah.
All right, they didn't get it. SCV's get the job done.
All right, he's got it. He will finish the bunker here, but all the Marines are all the way over there. So there'll be a little while before they come in, but they should be able to get into this bunker if they just come for it.
Yeah, that would be nice. Delay the. Oh man, that would have been nice if the SCV hopped in there. But no, should be able to delay the Nexus from coming down for quite some time, especially with another SCV coming into repair. Which should. Oh, nice target fire though. negativeZero taking out the repair.
Indeed.
Poor SCV. He's just working, man. Where's the Union now?
I guess it's the 9 to 5.
Why hasn't Elon Musk made an SCV suit? Like, he's making flamethrowers and sending rockets into space. We need an SCV suit.
Maybe. Well, I mean, I don't think he associates with workers at all.
That's true.
He's just, whatever.
That's a good point.
He'll like pay someone else to make it and then steal it from them and pretend that he was the founder of it.
That's how you get rich.
That'll be his thing.
It's the American way. All right, Stalkers should be able to clean this up. Yeah, Marines, I don't know. They're dancing to their death. Dance till you're dead. I was going to mention that Artosis pylon. Well, I guess it's not fully an Artosis pylon now anymore, but I feel like we've seen negativeZero get hit in the butt having one of those pylons before.
Yeah, it does happen for sure.
Demi Moore,
The good thing about like the Artosis pylon and bots is like, I think one or two have said they do, but very few of the bots can target it. Yeah, like they don't really realize or know what to do. So it's not as big a risk as if it was a human, you'd see that right away.
Yeah. Well, but shouldn't the bot should be able to see that too, right? Can't they see the power radius?
They can see it. It's I guess whether or not someone's bothered to program in if you see this, then try and determine what the value of the buildings are, and then whether or not you should dive to kill it. And that's hard to do, especially like up a ramp like that, but even in general.
Ooh, Hellion stayed out just a little bit too long. Oh, actually, he might live. I gotta say, I love this walling, this depoting. It's really effective in keeping these Adept Shades out right now. BenBot, bot time with keeping that natural from negativeZero from going up, and now he's got a natural of his own, and I'm still waiting. He didn't throw down the fusion core yet. He's got a starport, I think. No, wait, does he even have a starport yet?
Does he? Yeah, he should.
Well, he's got the factory.
should.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he does have the starport, but it's
Yeah.
in a bad spot to build
yeah, that's a little odd. No
an
tech pod.
add-on.
Yeah.
So hopefully that adjusts itself. But
maybe he's changed his ways and he's not going to go into BCs. Well, you can already tell, and actually, probably should have pointed this out earlier. This is not the normal bunkery jiggery do.
Oh, you're right. It looks slightly different,
right? Because he's got a wall here. I was wondering when he placed that first depot. I'm like, that's a little unusual, but this time he is actually walling it. Whereas usually this like bunker widow mine tank thing then has like a turret with it, and it's usually a few widow mines, but it's usually baited on its open, like out in the open to draw things in. And this one's a full wall.
Well, it's working out well, and it must be the updates here. Yeah, one of the updates is BenBot modified his build order slightly to try to beat negativeZero, so that could be a part of it, knowing that negativeZero is prone to go adepts, and if those adepts can get into the mineral lines, into the main base, they can just cause all sorts of havoc. So nice addition if that's the case. Really working well. And now with the Liberator out, the Stalkers aren't going to be able to do anything. I mean, the tank was already denying that, but now they super can't do anything.
Yeah, tank was really good. He's just kind of losing like just a lot of free units. He's definitely not picking up anywhere near the value. He's getting the occasional unit, but he's largely trading, like he's trading mineral only basically for mineral gas. Like it's Stalkers are expensive.
Trading super well too.
Yeah,
like these Stalkers are just being way too aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know what's triggering this. Like, why are they still attacking?
Yeah, there's no reason. They go home. There's Marauders, Tanks, and Liberators. Stalkers, you're drunk. Yeah, I should have kept reading the updates. Number 2, minor wall improvements. There you go, Underscore.
There you go.
There you go.
I think it's more than a minor wall improvement. I think it's a pretty good wall improvement.
That was a pretty big.
He's got like good like depot up and downy control.
I guess they're trading okay, not so much anymore.
Actually, can we get the resources lost up? Because I bet this is pretty one-sided.
Oh, did you you just had it up. Did you miss it? Pull it up again.
I didn't see it. Yeah, sorry. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so it's definitely in favor of BenBot.
Yeah, and this is what I meant too, of like minerals already in his favor, but gas is the huge one that he's wasted so much of it. Blink is about to finish. There is a BC out now. It has warped to the other side, so if it's getting kills there, but these guys getting cleaned up as well.
Oh, it is. Imagine if there were 12 more Stalkers here with Blink to help out.
Yeah. So yeah, he's
nice
putting in work there.
Micro. I like that.
Yeah, he's quite good at this.
Keeping those low health Stalkers alive. That battle cruiser does
no answer
out finally, but he's just hanging out in the corner. I think. Yeah, he's safe in the corner.
He usually does that. Like sends the first one out. By the time its warp or like jump has refreshed, usually there would be a second one out. But he's actually getting another Liberator instead.
I think the Liberators are a good choice. He's really keeping the Stalker count low, because if there's too many Stalkers, they're going to be able to blink under and just kill those battle cruisers. So I personally like it. Look at this base defense. Nothing's getting in there. These SCVs. Well, I mean, you might lose a couple, but nah, he's safe. I like it. All right, the battle cruiser should be coming back in any moment now. I think that teleport cooldown should be done, so he's going to try to get a few more workers. Nice micro. No anti-air here. The warp prism will survive. Yep, there we go. Oh, he's got a blink out of there, though. A lot of Stalkers. -0 with a solid defense back at home, at least. Good stuff. Getting upgrades. More battle cruisers on the way. Man, this is shaping up to potentially get into the late game. You know, with all the poor trades that -0's taken, he's actually not in a bad spot. He's got a 4th base on the way right now. He's not that far down in supply. Worker count's really even. So, he's lost a lot of Stalkers, but that's it. He hasn't lost, a lot of tech or...
Yeah, for sure. I think that's something, too, that, like, a lot of the bots that are trying to survive, one of the bots that, like, just does an onslaught is you can trade very efficiently, but if they get a better economy behind you, then that kind of, counteracts it, like, a fair bit.
Yeah.
That they can just afford more. If they've mined that much more, then it doesn't really matter.
That's a lot
planetary here. Yeah, planetary here is a good idea. will not get the VC. Jumps out.
Well, so far, again, he's going to lose a lot of stalkers, but they are pushing in. They're killing SCVs.
Yeah.
And that's really, obviously, if they were just attacking the planetary, that would just be a waste. But they're killing all the workers that are trying to repair it. So, again, not the worst trade I've ever seen.
Yeah, does a good job there. He gets him down to only... yeah, well, he's still got 70 workers. He killed a lot, but he's still got a ton. So, it's yeah.
Are there any observers out? I don't think he has observers.
There was one earlier. We saw it actually go back to the battle cruiser behind the mineral line, but I don't know if it's still alive or where it went.
It's because these widow mines are starting to get some work done. Nice addition. I have been so happy with the widow mines getting worked into.
We've got a fleet beacon coming for negativeZero as well.
Ooh.
If he starts pulling out Tempest, then this gets really interesting. Nice widow mine here will bam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those widow mines are starting to get their worth. Battle cruiser's taking a big fight against a lot of stalkers. The stalkers should be able. They do extra damage to the armored, so they should be able to ward these off for now.
Yeah, the thing is that they're only warding them off. They're not killing them.
Yeah, you gotta kill them.
And so, yeah, that becomes an issue. Here comes another.
Oh, that's a lot of stalkers. Careful there, battle cruiser.
But they don't seem to be aggressively. I think partially because of the planetarian tanks, but they don't seem to be aggressively jumping under battle cruisers to finish them. And as long as they don't do that, then BenBot can safely.
I don't think they've really other than that, if you count this as aggressive. They haven't really done any huge aggressive moves. It has been very dance back and forthy,
Yeah.
Hiding a lot. And, yeah, no big aggressive blanks here. Well, smart play. Yep, there's those Tempests you predicted with their upgrades coming down. That's the Tempest upgrade, right? I haven't seen that in so long.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, you never see it either. Yeah,
does more damage to buildings or something. Oh, Raven barely gets out of there. Battle cruisers just coming in one at a time. They're keeping the stalkers at bay. But if the battle cruisers could group up, I feel like they could just crush this stalker force, especially with a little cover underground.
Yeah, and I think eventually that's exactly what's going to happen. That 3 or 4 of them are going to come out at once and just push it back. Yeah,
that widow mine. That widow mine's not going to get as many kills anymore now that the gas is up.
Yeah,
that's all right. Yeah, this stalker ball is just not breaking through. They're just taking too many hits, too many losses.
Did get the Raven. That's helpful.
Huh?
Because did get the Raven. That's helpful because here comes an observer. But the observer gets taken out right away.
Yeah, he needs that observer for widow mines.
I'm almost surprised. Maybe he's going to wait for Tempest and that's the solution to this. I guess it's tough too, where there's tanks and a planetary there, but I'm almost surprised there's not a code that's saying if we blink the battle cruiser's going to die.
Yeah,
like to actually go for the kill. They're being really, really tentative, and I think if they I think for bots to trick this, there's obviously a trigger of when you run away. So usually the blink forward, holding fire, and then unison fire can take it out. Because when they're all just firing individually, it's too paced out.
Yeah. And
it can tell exactly when it's supposed to jump. You have to burst damage it.
Oh, this one's close. Yeah, it's just not enough commitment.
See, then they had the ability, but they're dancing around.
Dancing all day.
Dancing, man.
Well, once they get +3 attack, they actually might be able to start finishing them off. Whoa, with the Tempest here as well. Tempest shots coming in from the
Tempest
right.
changes the whole equation.
Yeah, this changes everything. Battle cruisers might not be as effective anymore against Stalker Tempest. It's good at the start, and it killed some workers, and it definitely bought time a little bit. Did it, though? Look at negativeZero's economy right now. He's expanding like a Zerg.
Yeah.
He can lose all these units. He doesn't care.
Yeah, it's just holding it bay. The battle cruiser there too. I also noticed 2 Tempests out, but used its Yamato on a Phoenix.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well, the Phoenix are harder to catch, I guess.
Yeah, it's still something. I guess it knows that it can one-shot it, and then maybe that's worth.
That's true. Yeah, it doesn't just take it out of the equation completely, so it doesn't draw fire or anything. But it's dead even. Obviously this looks better economically for negativeZero, but army supply is dead even. Upgrades definitely in negativeZero's favor. That's one thing that could get BenBot in trouble here is not having the proper upgrades. +3 attack, getting close to finish for both the ground and the air for -0. And that might just be when he has too much. And can just
he's kind of overwhelming, and he's surrounding him a bit now. The random Colossus coming in. Just as an insult, I think.
Yeah, there were some Marines, so he probably built it to deal with the Marines. There was a little squad there. Oh, BenBot needs these tanks a little bit more forward or something. He needs to really start killing these stalkers. They're doing a good job at keeping the bases alive, but now that the Colossus are here, the workers are just going to start to get massacred.
Yeah, and he's coming forward here now. Once he takes this tank out, then this planetary will probably fall. He's really cleared out a lot of the stalkers, though. But obviously it's because the entire army is switching to this Tempest Colossus build. These guys they're just kind of stuck back there now.
So I like this update. We forgot to read through -0s. We can read through them a little bit here. He's got a good amount actually. But the first one is added the ability to stop attacking and return to base. I don't think we've seen that once this game.
There you go.
I don't think he has stopped it, which it's been working. You know, he's lost a lot, but it's been working.
Yeah. Again, like inefficiency can work if you're just going to overload with economy. Like as long as you never get to a point that you're worried about mining out, then being inefficient is probably fine.
Yeah.
As long as you're keeping someone on the back foot the entire time.
There goes the base. Yeah. Boom. How many? Yeah, 34. Not bad. Widow Mine's done work. Ooh, that I didn't even see. He's got another one there. 18. That's some nice Widow Mine placement. But again, it just doesn't matter. -0 has so many bases. He has now broken through and crushed the economy, and that will be game. As -0 takes the first one here. Boom, boom, boom. Battlecruiser time.
Yeah, I think if the battlecruisers had been, you mentioned like they kept coming in one by one, the stalkers would repel them back and they'd repair, not die, whatever. And that's kind of at the cost of -0 because he might lose some, but the battlecruiser never does. But then on the flip side, BenBot was never then syncing up his battlecruisers. They were all just coming in single file. And by the time we saw 3 come out at once, Tempests were already there. So it just never got into the cadence of like being repaired and coming out in the same point. I also think there's some opportunity for him to, since he's added in now like more of the Liberator play, to be a little more aggressive with where you're putting those the defensive circles. I've seen a lot of people do this where they target the Liberator like directly on the command center. And
that's what we just saw here.
Yeah. And I think they're doing, like, if there were zealots, then that kind of makes some sense because you don't want them attacking the workers and attacking the planetary. But when it's stalkers, that's not really helpful because they're not going to be in that.
Well, so isn't it hard, though, because it would be very map dependent too? Because if you put it, say, past the command center, what if you're putting it past and behind based on where the base is and the minerals, you know, because there's just so many variables as to what side things are on.
Yeah,
I would imagine that's the reason why it's just easier center it.
Yeah, that's why they center it on. But it's it would have been way better if instead of centering it on, you said, I want the center of the command center to be a point on the circle. And then it's centered like it's
because then at least you're covering a mineral line or the other side of the base.
Exactly. Then it's demi-centered on the command center. So literally half the circle is on it and half is not. And I think if you like you said, if you did it on the mineral line, at least you're defending that. And if you did it forward, then you're preventing the attack from coming in.
Yeah.
But
and then do like if you're going to get up to 2 or 3 or 4, you could just do like a little triangle or a square or whatever around.
Yeah.
There's there's definitely some updates to be had there, I think then. All right. We're demi through this series here. Does that work?
We are. I think that works.
Demi through the series.
20
seconds. And then we're going to start game number 2. While we wait to start game number 2, if you've just tuned in, make sure you we've got our little poll going. Yep. Vote for who you think or who you want to win, rather. And check out our bracket. We do have our fantasy brackets rolling, and we'll see how well people do today. See if we get any more first place. I think somebody's still doing pretty good in that, but we'll check it all out later. All right, game number 2 is ready. Let's hop into it. negativeZero versus BenBot. Let's go. You're just gonna cough. That's what you do with your time that you're given.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Find me's.
negativeZero.
Just make fart noises.
I recognize the Senate.
Glossiers.
Sure.
BenBotBC.
You do a good Missouri accent. Where's your family from originally? Your heritage.
Heritage. I think Irish German. Weirdly,
Irish German.
Yeah, my last name is apparently debatably German or English, but we think
Endersword is German.
Yes, the sword.
Your name's Dave Endersword, right?
Swords are definitely German. Yeah.
Nice. I'm German too.
Yeah,
Way to be.
that's cool. And I'm super pale, so that's the Irish part.
Nice. And you can drink a lot. Is that...
Yes, I can.
I've known a few of it. They can definitely drink more than I can.
Yes. Plus,
What is this probe doing? What is this sneaky probe doing?
Is he gonna do? I think he's just scouting.
Yeah, I thought he was doing. He
is
was
it?
skirting the edges like he was being SEAL Team 6 something.
Yeah, I was in Ireland for a wedding just prior to like all the COVID stuff, like a few months before, and the guy getting married obviously is from Ireland that I work with, and he told his friends like this guy can drink, and then them being Irish or like that's their pride and joy of a thing. So one guy was like, okay, during the reception we're counting how many drinks of each like thing we're having, and I'm gonna whatever. And then at some point, like, I think I was up to 30, and then he came up, and he's like, "Oh Christ, you're a medical miracle."
Yeah, I'd be dead.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. It's Irish plus East Coast Canadian. It's just double drink.
Yeah, right.
So
that's how you stay warm in the winters, right?
It's very true. It's very true. You gotta,
or else you'd freeze. Your blood would freeze up there.
You gotta take your sherry out ice fishing.
Yeah, so keep your blood alcohol content at the right level so your blood never freezes. You can just stay outside forever.
Exactly.
How that works, right?
Exactly, and it also works at 2,000 atmospheres.
We
got the good bunker contained here. This is a better setup than the first one.
Yeah, it's keeping that stalker stuff
it's going to
around.
keep the stalker up here, so this could last a lot longer.
If you get like a little stalker traffic jam there on the ramp.
Yeah. Because if he doesn't come down and snipe the SCV, which was the key to it, once you lose your repair, then eventually it's going to get taken out. But as long as he's got the repair there and these guys won't come down.
Did he delay the bunker at all this time? Last time he killed the SCV building it.
Yeah, I don't think he did as much. Also, remember the time before, too, he distracted the whole thing with the pylon off to the side.
That's right.
That really held it back because he didn't have this like 5 Marines there. So yeah, it does target down the SCV. Can he get even just the one stalker's like really good for this? Because it's not meant to do a whole lot. Yeah, if he gets off 5.
Well, I think actually the Marines should pin these stalkers out of their base and be able to kill them off because the Marines get aggressive once that bunker goes down, I think.
Yeah.
And here we go. Yeah, they've had enough. They're going to kill at least one more, maybe 2.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll finish.
Come on, boys.
They should be able to finish them off if they just do it. No. Distracted. Yeah, if they just target fire it, they get that guy. Oh,
he's going to get him.
See, there,
Chad.
Yeah, it's again the stalker doing the weird tentative dance of like, if you're gonna fire and kite back, then that's fine. But if you're gonna fire and then dance in front of them, then what was the point?
To establish dominance. That's why
so.
Dance in front of your enemy after shooting them.
Peacock moves. But
exactly.
It does get caught there. So I think that was pretty effective. Does slow him down quite a bit. Again, and he's got his like second base up and established. The Liberator's already coming out here, the tank. So this is very similar where what we saw the first time, but I think he's a lot further along in preparing because the Liberator is going to come soon. It will again not be as aggressive as I want it to be when it comes. He's already got the fusion core underway. So, and this was a difference too. When the first BC came, he eventually got enough at home to push the BC back. If he doesn't have it this time, then okay, well, this is just wild.
There's a Liberator placement
So
for you.
I wanted it to be somewhere else, but that's not what I meant.
Yeah, you get, don't be beggars can't be choosers. I do think these Stalkers are doing a little bit better job from last time we saw them. There was an upgrade in their tank dodging abilities, I guess is the good way to put it. It takes into account their damage when getting in range, because didn't last week or last 2 weeks ago or whatever, Stalkers were just getting obliterated by tank fire, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
but this time they are staying alive a little bit better. So
yeah, I think so. Less are dying here, and for his sake, hopefully, it means that he'll have some resources back home. He's only getting his natural right now.
just stand there and shoot the depot. Oh yeah, wow! How'd they get in? I thought the depots were all crazy lowery and good on that. Sneaky adepts getting in.
There you go.
They die anyway. Well,
yeah, they didn't do a whole ton, but they're getting information at least, maybe, and then they will pick off. Yeah. Unfortunately, SCVs take 3 shots, or else 2 adepts can be really big.
Yeah. All right. Well, this slight stalemate will continue, but this again, in the long run, works out better for -0 because BenBot is not doing any counter aggression until the battle cruisers come out, which actually one's getting close to finished. But -0 will just start taking over the whole map again, I think. Getting lots of bases. You can see, I think there's a probe already waiting to take that third. Actually denies. There was no cancel there. Denies. Flat out kills the third base coming down from BenBot. That hurt.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's costly, especially when you're trying to. Yeah, when you're trying to pump out like BCs. Now this will be the teller. The BC is about to finish. It will warp to the other side, presumably.
Signature move, man.
Yeah, there it is. So there's nothing back here. What will it do before a defense is mounted? There's 1 warp in.
6. Oh, actually, there's not a lot here still to defend. The battlecruiser doesn't start moving off until it gets into the yellow, I think. So he will be able to get a few more kills. Yep, there we go. Hits yellow and starts backing off. But again, he's just going to go back, wait for that teleport, come back in, maybe get a couple more kills, and then go home. So
that's
another effective battlecruiser.
Yeah.
8 kills. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's all right. And then port system here. We're getting a few of these still dying. I guess weirdly, this is good now. I don't know if this was like intentional that's what he's going for, because in reality, the Liberator is actually kind of vulnerable if the Stalker's new to.
Well, kind of. They get in tank range.
They get in tank range, but it's worth it to snipe.
Yeah, that's true. If you could snipe it and then just back out real quick, but as is, he's going to hold everything at bay. The Warp Prism can't quite decide what to do. More depths shading in randomly. Blink about to finish up, and there are a lot more Stalkers alive, it feels like, than last time. How many have died? I think it was like 12 had died at this point. Ooh, battlecruiser gets out. Okay. Sorry, can I see the units lost again? Is that Oh yeah, he's only lost 5, so he's lost less than half. That's way better than time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm actually a little surprised that the mineral count is against him. Before it was 2,500 minerals, 800 gas that -0 lost. This time it's the other way, that it's it was better in minerals, still losing 400 gas.
Get out of there! No! Warp Prisms don't know how to evade turrets, apparently.
Yeah, get the 2 BCs, push them back. They can't be too bold. Yeah,
you need support. You need support for your always support your battle cruisers. Buy them proper protection there. Ooh, turret goes down. Okay, Stalker's starting to break through a little. Again, this is a solid contain. I don't know if BenBot can break out of this. I'm a little bit worried for him
because he really needs that 3 base economy, especially before -0 gets to the 4th. He can do it with BCs if he could get you know, 3 or 4 out, then he can just make them all leave. But
Doesn't even know where to fight
yeah,
though.
yeah,
Oh man. Oh, okay, no, I was gonna say might get a stalker. No, good blinks. Okay, it does kill finally a stalker there. But there's just so many, and the stalkers are kiting and keeping their distance, blinking away when they start taking hits. So while they can't push in, BenBot also can't push out. And yeah, this is where negativeZero. Actually, I'm surprised BenBot's up in supply, but negativeZero will just start taking over the map, and then it won't matter how many stalkers die.
Widow Mine's up front there. The single one up to the right-hand side is getting kills, like, slowly.
Oh,
And-
the one in the past the depots there?
Yeah, past the depots, because he's not really recognizing that it's there. And
Yeah,
he does
he had a
keep
little
walking
trouble
into it.
recognizing last game, too.
So it is putting in some work, which is nice at thinning things out.
Well, there's an
He's
observer,
there.
but it's in a horrible spot. Ooh, another good barrel. The Widow
Oh,
Mine's starting
good.
to creep forward.
Yeah, that's going to be a big shot. That one took
Ooh,
it like
okay.
3 or 4.
Yeah, that observer, afraid, probably because of that turret, just, can't come in. Ooh, another juicy shot. Maybe the Widow Mines are what
Yeah.
saved BenBot here.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, he's now getting to this point that, everything is like severely damaged. So when the BC comes in, it's getting some work done. And then I think this is the key. When they've chased the BC down, they come back into the Widow Mine range.
Oh, yeah.
And set
Oh!
themselves up.
Okay, that was closer. He started targeting the heli, and I think he could have gotten the battlecruiser, maybe.
Yeah, I think a lot of times he could get it, but they just don't have that aggression. There's a good series of shots.
Oh,
And
there we go. Getting those
Yeah.
juicy Widow Mine shots. But again, there's Tempest coming out. negativeZero has like a 5th base on the
Okay.
way. Stalker losses almost
the
starting to
observer
not
here.
matter.
Observer here will push it back.
Oh, did he get him? Oh,
Yeah,
nicely
very
done,
key.
observer.
Very key. There's another turret, but it's way further back than the first one. Yeah, it's just hard to get anything going. And now the economy is just kind of so out of control for negativeZero. Both of them like have similar worker counts, but on 2 bases, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that getting that third and this was a solid contain. Now it feels like this is just because of the map a little bit more so. There's
Yeah.
a lot of room for there's like 3 entryways for stalkers to come in and create this arc and contain. And yeah, the BenBot just can't bust out, man. Oh wait, we're having that moment where negativeZero actually turns around and goes home.
Yeah.
Well, except for this one
Interesting.
stalker. Was very confused. Got a little short circuit in his motherboard there and freaked out.
Yeah, so he does back up, and this may not be bad either. I think he could have just choked him to death there, but he's got such an economy going that if BenBot like starts a third now, it's kind of not, it's going to take a while to pay off.
Yeah, no, it's just
Um,
well, and even if
whereas-
we were to push across the map, the army supply's even. So
Yeah, in the meantime, I
much could
think
he do?
this makes sense. If he retreated back to essentially regroup with the Tempest, which he's now pumping out 3 at a time,
oh yeah,
like that's it. Now you know that
that's
you're
how
just
many
gonna
battle
come-
cruisers there are.
Yeah, you're just going to come in for the killing blow with this, and so I think it was smart from that perspective. Because starting to build this third doesn't matter at all right now.
Yeah, no, this should be the killing blow. If it's not, I'll be surprised. But BenBot gave a good fight and nonstop fighting. We'll come in with 5 battle cruisers and try to make something happen, but that Tempest damage is just so good. The battle cruisers cannot stick around long enough to take a proper fight. They don't have enough Marauder support. They are all going to survive by the looks of it. Oh, maybe. Oh, he barely gets out.
Apparently.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, all the battle cruisers get out.
helps.
Oh, except for that one.
Yeah.
Yamato'd instead of teleport. You should always teleport instead of Yamato, or you're gonna have a bad time.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I just watched that episode. It was on TV. Don't forget to Yamato. All right, or to teleport. Yeah, this should be pretty much it. Battle cruisers are going to come back in, and this skirmish will continue for a little bit longer. But BenBot's about to be out of money. Like, he's got 30 minerals right now.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have it. He won't be able to repair those battle cruisers very
Yeah,
soon.
it's a super
so.
strong. Yeah, that's something that gets like ignored a little bit sometimes. Is repairing something still costs a lot.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
can add up.
quite building a new one, but it basically is. Like at some point,
Well, it's 50%, right? Of the if you were to
I
repair it
think
fully,
so.
it costs about 50% of its build cost
Yeah.
or something. Or yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, like it's just it's expensive. It's like building an army in a half, which when you have 2 bases, you just can't do it. Oh, barely gets out again. Nice immortal here too. All right, well, BenBot gave us a valiant fight and has a solid defense there. He can really hold out for quite some time.
Yeah, this is quite good. Like the changes that BenBot made here
Wall is good.
are really good. Like they're just fighting against a very, very strong bot, but yeah, a lot of this was quite well done.
Negative Zero puts on that pressure and keeps on that pressure. And it's just, unless you have a plan to bust out and even do some counter damage, like obviously the battle cruisers were teleporting back there and getting some worker kills, but Negative Zero was just able to warp in enough stalkers to defend, and in the end it became negligible. But nicely done. Negative Zero will be our first bot in the round of 8, the official round of 8. BenBot will get knocked down into the lower bracket to face, let's see, 15, Zunk P. So we'll have a little Terran versus Terran next week to decide who will move on to the round of 8, BenBot or Zunk P. But Negative Zero has just secured his spot. So congratulations, Mind Me. Well done.
Indeed.
We'll see. We'll see what happens next week. Again, next week will be another round of eliminations. So make sure you're all here for that. But we've got even more. What do we have coming up next? Even more matches. A TVZ coming up next. And this one will... I'm predicting a quick match, but you never know. I haven't looked at the updates. There have been updates for both these bots.
Yeah,
Dovahkiin
people
versus
said like
Ketroc.
Dovahkiin was originally or like can be a good macro bot. It's just we kind of know it for things like the worker rushes because that stands out, obviously. But yeah, apparently it's just a matter of and I'm generally okay with the philosophy of if I can worker rush you and win, then that's what I'm going to do. If I can't, then I'll play a macro game.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of like whatever the easiest way to win is, then I'll do that. And if it's the easiest way to win is hard, then fine.
Well, he's got a solid worker rush. It's definitely one of the most refined worker rushes I think that's ever come through ProBots. And it's killing really tough bots that have been working on worker defenses for a long time, such as Micro Machine, Ketroc, who is very confident in his worker defense. So we'll have to kind of see how this plays out, if that's how it plays out. Again, both these bots have been updated. Yes. But Dovahkiin's special trait, obviously, is killing Terrans by worker rushing. So I've no doubt we might see that. What do you get for updates? Oh, submission. Drone drill removed.
Ooh.
That so wait, you don't try to trick the devil. I mean, Ketroc with his own weapons.
Makes sense.
So maybe we don't see a worker rush. Oh,
I don't know. I'm willing to.
Don't believe everything you see, though.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet at least the first game we're gonna get one, and then it's whether or not Dovahkiin then falls back on something else. But
and the drone drill he's talking about is where he gets in that little pocket, right? And drone drill.
Yeah.
So he's removed that. Does not mean he has removed the worker rush.
Yes.
Completely. So
yeah,
we'll wait and see. Do we have stats? Did we do stats? Are we pulling up stats? Oh yeah, our stats were all broken. Right. So you'll just have to take our word that both these bots are really good. That's all right. No, we're fine. We all saw the stats last week or 2 weeks ago and stuff. So anyway, Ketroc has some fun updates. We'll talk about those. Are we ready for our next best of 3?
Maybe.
We are.
Well, let's go.
Hopefully you're all ready. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Ketroc versus Dovahkiin TVZ here on ProBots. Let's go. I know what Ketroc's doing.
Ketroc.
There we go.
Ketroc.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Data hunts.
Dovahkiin.
Oh.
So that's interesting, man. So what are these guys doing now?
So this is it's a demi worker rush.
It is a demi rush. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So I think the thing, and we've kind of seen some of this before, of like, how many workers do you have to send to trigger someone's panic defense?
Well, this doesn't look like a panic defense. He pulled 6 or 7 workers there to deal with the 5 that were coming across.
He immediately canceled the gas, though.
He canceled the gas, but some nice micro, and all the drones are dead, and I don't think one SCV died.
Yeah, worker defense off, right back
Yeah.
on. Yeah, so I don't know if that worked very
Just
well.
drawn that way.
But yeah.
It's not your fault, Dovahkiin. It's
The
your
only-
authors. No.
The only thing, though, that makes me think, so since there is actually a pool behind this, obviously he's going to now Ling flood,
Yeah.
and he hasn't built a wall. So is this exploitative to prevent a wall from being built?
So this, and again, Dovahkiin known for his specific snipes. Obviously, wasn't feeling maybe confident in his full-on worker rush because Ketroc does have really good worker defense.
Now I
so
say this, and
he's
not making links. He's just droning still.
Well, yeah, he's sending 5 more drones, which
Yeah,
with an offering. Maybe this is a peace offering. You know,
maybe they do have some minerals.
Okay, wall starting to come up finally here,
Well,
but
the energy.
I think the Ling follow-up would have been absolutely.
I think it would have
killer.
been devastating. Yeah,
I think it would have won him the game, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Some Lings are in production now, so more workers do come off the line. Is the bear? Yeah, we do have a Marine in production. One's already out, so yeah, I think Ketroc still just holds it though. It's only 4
I
Lings.
think
This
he
is
does.
not that
Because
scary.
now, by the
anymore.
time these come, the workers can kill it. He's making it clean. He's got the gas. He's I don't know what it's supposed to be now.
Take that worker defense off.
And then he's going to drones again. So it's not like, again, it's not a Ling flood. It's just like a few Lings. So I don't
instead
know
of
what
the second drone pull, commit to the Ling flood, and it would have worked.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is here. Like, I don't know what he's attempting to accomplish. Because if it is the case that the first 5 drones cause the response where a barracks is built behind your line or like in a safe spot instead
Somewhere
of
to
at the
get
wall,
Marines out.
then that makes sense. But then if you don't immediately follow up, then maybe that's not what he's doing. So if that was exploitative, it's good. But then,
Well, the Lings are causing a little bit of havoc down here in the natural, but no, the Marines doing a good job. They're protecting the mineral line, the wounded SCVs, so they will be able to stabilize here. I mean, they already pretty much have stabilized. Just pesky Lings running around doing Zergling things. Oh, I could have denied that SCV build. That's all right. Well, Zergling speed on the way. 1 base, Dovahkiin still, so... Okay, there we go. I was going to say, is he just going to attempt a big Ling flood? And as I say that, a lot of Lings finally in production, so... Maybe without the wall, a big wave of Speedlings can actually get in here and do some damage before the Banshees can come out. Because again, we saw Ketroc wanted to go for those Banshees, and a 3rd base already floating down.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
that's
base.
it. He just has to do so much damage now to catch up.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a planetary. I don't care how many Lings he got
it's
now.
just cold. Yeah.
And I think Ketroc has this pretty much held and in the bag. 1 base lair is interesting. Maybe Nidus? Is he? I guess, or maybe some drops or something.
That might be all you can do.
Not all that's left,
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
even
like
that, I don't think will work at this point.
Yeah, you're playing so much from the back foot now, and now Ketroc's going to finish some of the stuff that he wanted to do, and I think it's more a matter of does Ketroc go kill you, or does he painfully, slowly choke you to death? And that tends to happen. But yeah, I just don't know. I'd be interested from Dovahkiin to know kind of like what the plan was, or did something go wrong? Like, was there a trigger that went wrong?
Yeah, maybe something didn't quite.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Because like it seemed to make sense at the very beginning. 5 drones with a pool, then you send like 6 more with a Ling flood behind it. That makes sense, but the Ling flood never came.
Well, and the first wave of drones didn't they didn't really micro, did they? Like maybe back a little bit, but they felt
Not a
like they
lot,
died
yeah.
so quickly.
Yeah, they just kind of did whatever.
Where they could have just bought time instead and just kept dancing around and regenerating and causing lost mining time, which then with the follow-up SCV hit would have been even more devastating.
Yeah.
So maybe just a little bit of refinement needs to be implemented, perhaps, but we'll see.
You should code in more devastation as opposed to less.
Yes, always more devastation. That's
More
the
devastation.
success.
Yeah, if you put in terrible damage.
I was just gonna say that. Just type in your code, add terrible damage, and you should win every game. terrible damage. I want to play through. I've been thinking about playing through the original campaign again. I love the campaign. It's the original campaign, the weird acid trip, Rainer's dreamland of numbers, whatever. A little weird to me, but Banshee's out. Yep, this should wrap it up here. Ketroc will take game at number 1, so we'll see what Dovahkiin can do game 2. Maybe he'll try something a little bit different.
I did do the campaign when Remastered came out.
It was good. Yeah, same.
Okay, it was good, and I was almost looking forward to like playing when Warcraft 3 came out because I used to really love that game and that campaign, but it was so bad.
The remaster was? I never tried it.
I literally even bought it and I never played it because what I saw, because like I pre-ordered it and then once I watched people play it and then they were like everything was supposed to be like new cutscenes and new remastered that what was going to make the campaign fun.
That's what made StarCraft cool. Yeah, they redid all the cutscenes and
so I'm like, oh wow,
I'm glad I didn't buy it. Well, that's why you don't pre-order Ender Sword.
Yeah,
I stopped pre-ordering years ago. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I learned my lesson.
Yeah. Well, they also just lied about the date that it was going to come out. Sure. Okay. I forget when it I think they advertised it they put something up and it was like this will be out like next week, and then it took like 4 more months or something.
Yeah.
It was weird.
And then it wasn't even good.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have stats now. Well, I guess pull up some stats since we've got them. So yeah, I'm reading here. We have the author hanging out, Yata Hunt, letting us know that apparently there was a bit of a bug.
Okay, I was thinking because
continue making drones.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense because I think it had legs until that,
and then it chopped its own legs off.
Yeah. So we can look into that.
There we go. Stats for you.
Yeah.
One of our few Go bots programmed in Go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured it had to be something because it seemed like again, and maybe if you're in chat, like, is that intended to be like an exploitative, like 5 will trigger him to do this sort of thing?
That's what I would guess.
Yeah.
Oh, now they start the timer after the stats come up. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have got this game loading up for you in just a moment. We'll be rolling. Thank you for participating in the poll if you have. And yeah, thanks for being here. This is a fun day so far. Again, we're halfway through. After this series, actually, we will be exactly halfway through season 1 here. So thank you for sticking with us this long. Hopefully you're enjoying everything so far. And I'm very excited for our grand finals. If we can, if those updates to our human versus bots games come through, if we're able to make that a little more streamlined, a little easier for you all to play against. But we'll talk more about that all later. We got a lot of fun stuff planned for you. Be sure to join us tomorrow night for Postbots if you are in the Crown Club. Soup Catcher, one of our authors, he's hanging out here in the chat as well today. But I am told that he will be joining us again. Again, we had him last season, so we liked him so much we'll bring him back.
Insightful young Soup. Yeah. So yeah, confirming there. So yeah, the 5 is to avoid the creation of the wall.
There you go.
So which is what I thought. Then we didn't have the link for.
Yeah, well, and that's it. For as long as you spend trying to snipe Ketroc, Ketroc usually spends equal or greater time trying to defend it. You know, he had like a 10-hour coding stream he did the other day or something. Yeah, something crazy somebody was talking about. That's a lot of coding. All right, we're ready. Game number 2. Let's see what happens. Let's go.
Ketrocs. Ketroc. Yata hunts.
Dovahkiin.
Oh. Wow. Doing something weird there. Trying to decide who builds the pool. Rock, paper, scissors. All right, here we go again. Round 2. Beware the Dragonborn. Dragonborn comes. Dovahkiin.
So there it triggers it again. The worker defense. See how he does this time. We'll see if does that bug happen again, or will it work this time?
See, I'd love it if these drones, as they got low, just like ran away and just kited until they healed up again, because then they keep the SCVs busy for a while.
Yeah, and I think you might prevent it from turning off the worker defense as quick if they go for it.
Well, exactly. Just that many more workers not mining because they're still trying to defend, and your lings are going to be that much more effective. So
because he was going for a different build this time too, even though the worker's been taken care of, instead of getting gas, he got a second barracks. So if he's got a few more Marines out, even if the Ling flood does come, then
I heard a second pull. So.
Yeah, but he's still making drones.
Same thing. Yep. Looks like the bug happened again.
Yeah. Well,
unfortunate.
That's a shame, because I think it's a clever way to go. Because if you can do something that prevents your opponent from walling, then it makes sense as a follow-up. But then, unfortunately, the follow-up then is bugged.
Yep. Woulda worked. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But hey, it's got some teeth. Ketroc though is always prepared, and it would have been a hard thing to do anyway.
Yeah, you got to try these things, and then we did the updates between rounds, and you often don't get to test things as much as you'd like to. So
yeah, I'm looking at these updates, and we didn't get to see ghosts. I'm a little sad about that.
Yeah, that's what he was gonna. Yeah, that's what he was gonna do this time, apparently. But I mean, he may still make them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm sure that update will stay in, because there's that fun thing that ghosts do that they might do in the future. I won't spoil too much, but we'll see. But yeah, as is, it looks like Ketroc has held once more. And are any Lings even out yet? I don't think he made any.
I don't think he made any this time. Yeah.
No. Or maybe he's got one. Okay, he's got a couple there, but they're going to die real quick, and that should be pretty much it. All right. Well, Ketroc will move on in the upper bracket. I hate to call games early, but
he could crash.
He could crash. That's true. Ketroc could crash. I've done that before, where we're like, "Hey, this one's winning," and then it crashes. So
yeah, we'll just all watch him patiently build ghosts and nuke this remaining base.
Yeah, that'd be a fun way to end it.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Man, I would love to see some nukes here. Just non-stop nukage. Factory coming down. Yeah, there's not much. I don't know what else to say. All right, Ender Sword. Have you ever peeled a mango?
No,
Pain in the ass. I was peeling mangoes before the stream.
I've never eaten a mango.
You've never eaten a mango?
No.
Like dried mango?
I've watched one play Smash Brothers.
How have you've never had like a mango pudding?
I feel like I might have had a mango flavored juice of some kind, but I've certainly not had a mango.
Like a little mango fruit bar of sorts, like a fruit bar with mango in it.
No, probably not.
Smoothie with mango.
If there was anything with mango, it would have been something that's like strawberry mango. Whatever.
Oh, poor Lings. It's just a massacre.
They
didn't even attack the Marines at all there. They're just confused, and they want in, but they can't get in. That's amazing to me. You've never eaten a mango. Here come all Lings. Finally, there's
a shocking number of things that I've never eaten. That would just.
Well, anyway, they're a pain in the ass.
I've never had a pear either. I've never.
Like mango, I could kind of see because they're tropical and they don't grow here. But you've never had a pear?
Yeah.
You're killing me, Emerson. They're delicious. They're so good.
They might. I mean, apples are okay, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm not. Apples
don't
make my
know.
mouth dry. I'm not a huge.
I
Every
get,
now and then
I
I
get
crave
that
them, but
too. The weird thing, like your teeth, like a film on your teeth. Or
yeah, I'm not a
something.
huge on that.
Yeah, but I don't eat a lot of things.
Well, I've got also. What about plums? You eat plums?
No,
I've got a plum tree. Just
don't
finally last
think
year it
I've
made
ever-
its first fruit.
I've had
so
a peach. Peaches I've had.
I've got a peach tree too. I'll send you a peach.
Yeah, nice. Lisa Simpson had a peach tree.
Oh, massacre! Flames from the high ground. These Zerglings really like this little the death corner there.
Nice.
Oh man, brutal. Wait, what did he say?
Yeah, I mean,
turned
who
on
needs
it.
pears? Yeah, who needs pears?
Pears are delicious.
Yeah, I mean,
All right,
they might be to some people.
we're gonna fast forward this for you guys. I'm sure any moment now.
But what about the news?
Beyond over.
But there's ghosts. There's ghosts though.
We do. Oh, are there ghosts finally? Yet?
Yeah, they're ghosts. Yeah.
Oh my God, there's even a
when
spire
you
on
were
the way.
saying it, I'm like, he's making a ghost academy.
I was thinking about fruits and delicious pears. Yeah, things like that. Well, we've been making fruit strips at home with we got a dehydrator, so you cook a bunch of fruit and mush it all up and boil out some of the way, and then you pour the paste into this little tray thing and dry it out.
I've always seen that on infomercials in the 80s, but I didn't.
It's pretty good. It works. It works well.
It makes sense.
One muta to rule them all. Wow, look at this little. Okay, oh, Raven throws down a turret to poop on that parade. All right, GG.
Yeah.
Ketroc will move on in the upper bracket and joins a -0 in our round of 8, meaning they will go up against each other in 2 weeks' time. And that puts Dovahkiin down into the lower bracket to face off against Sharpened Edge. So a Protoss opponent. We've seen his Terran, and he loves to snipe the Terrans with the worker rushes, but we don't know what he does against Protoss. So that could be interesting. I didn't see any updates about Protoss, so we'll have to wait till next week to find out. Make sure you all tune in here to ESChamp, same time, same place for week 5 for our lower bracket. And yeah, things are shaping up nicely. Let's go ahead and pull up that bracket here before we go to a quick break and get our last round of games loaded up. Thank you all for being here. This is a lot of fun. I am enjoying these games. Hopefully you are too. Are you enjoying the games, Dave?
I am enjoying the games. I like, even when something like that doesn't work, it's
still fun to watch.
It's still fun to watch, and it's still interesting to like say, okay, well, what was he trying to do? What happened? Like, there's still like interesting stuff about it, and it's always great to have like when the authors are here to like confirm and talk about stuff, like to kind of say, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that, and like, whatever. So yeah, I think
and that's the risk of update.
Experience.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But that is the risk of updates in that learning experiences. Sometimes they don't go as planned. You know, they're a little bit rushed. We do rush these authors a little bit, and we put a deadline on them to get these updates or the tournament. So there's always that risk of something not going exactly right, just because they don't have as much time to test it as normal. And then here is our lower bracket filling out nicely. So again, we've got BenBot versus PhantomBot. Wait. Oh, I lied. Oh, so our stupid challenge page lies, by the way. I thought he was going up against Zunk because it says loser of 13, which is that top 13 on challenge. Or did our production guy put him in wrong? Ho. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. What's correct, Drek? Is it challenge or is it what we see on screen? We need clarification. Okay, so what you see on screen is a lie.
Yeah, because challenge says the flippity flu.
Yeah, they flip them on you. Yeah. So it will be BenBot versus Zunk down on the bottom. PhantomBot awaiting his opponent from Zoe or DominionDog, and then Sharpened Edge versus Dovahkiin. And then Micro Machine will be awaiting his opponent versus Eris or Spudde. One of those two. Yeah. There we go. Things all updated.
Yeah, it's always they do the first round comes down in order. The second round flips. The third round flips back. Like that's
flopping everywhere.
Because otherwise, the reason is otherwise people could face people in the bracket that they just lost to.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And you don't want that. Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, so yeah, check out the challenge for the updated bracket if you want to check that, and check our fantasy brackets. We'll be talking more about those in our post-bots episode tomorrow night. We will be joined by Soup Catcher, so make sure if you are in the Crown Club, you come hang out in the Discord. It's live. You can come ask questions and chit-chat with other audience members as well as us. I believe Laddie will be joining us instead of Endersword tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Always good to have his perspective. He's deep in the back end of the ProBot scene, of the AI scene, keeping things running, working on a lot of stuff to keep all the ladders running smooth. So, yeah, definitely come in tomorrow and we'll have a fun little time chit-chatting about stuff, checking out the games that we saw today. All right, we've got a break coming up, and then after the break, we will have Eris versus Spudde and Zoe versus DominionDog. Endersword, go eat a mango. And then after the break, you can tell us what you thought of the mango.
Do you think that I have mangoes and I just refuse to eat
You
them?
don't?
No.
Isn't that just a thing everybody has in their kitchen? Could have sworn.
I don't think so.
All right, get your votes into. Our poll is up. Who you want to win after the break? But we'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you all for tuning in to day 4 here on ESChamps. ProBots are upper round of 8, technically the round of 12. We'll see you after the break. Come back. Hey, you made it back. How was your mango?
I ate a tangerine.
That's close enough. They're both orange, so they taste the
They
same,
are
right?
both orange. I think that's
They
how
taste
things
like
work.
orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right. Well, hopefully you all had a nice break. We are back with 2 more best of 3s for you tonight. 2 more bots will be moving in and earning their spot guaranteed into the round of 8, while 2 more will get knocked down into that lower bracket. And that's that's what's going on. Now you know. Now you're all caught up and up to speed. What's going on here? Indeed. All right. So what do we got coming up next? We have Eris versus Spudde. One of our very strong Zerg bots against Spudde, who is he's definitely, I don't think he's quite up there on Eris levels of just aggression and that kind of thing, but Spudde's got some solid play. Spudde can do really nice biotank stuff. Can get up to 2-3 bases. So yeah, we'll just kind of have to see how he goes against this powerhouse that is Eris. Eris is, I believe, the #1 Zerg currently on the AI arena ladder. Could be wrong.
I think that is the case. Yeah. Zoe's fairly close
even above
behind,
Zoe. Zoe's number 2.
Yeah. So Eris is. We'll see what style she goes with for this one. The demi goddess of Discord, of course. Whether it'll be kind of a similar sort of almost rope-a-dope, where we've seen Eris do a lot of just absorbing damage until she gets up to a certain tech level, and then big strikes back, or whether it'll just be kind of aggression anyway.
Let's see here. Any updates? Yes, there were a large variety of tweaks for Eris and bug fixes based on ladder games, that kind of thing. Added some Evo chambers for Vipers, fixed Baneling drops, Zergling harass. So yeah, just a lot of little tweaks here and there to make things better. Reacting to enemy compositions, that kind of thing. Spudde here, our potato, also has received updates. He has received a big update, which could go very well or very poorly for him. He has speed mining, so he has joined the ranks of the speed miners. We need to get a list of all the bots that are using that. I believe a majority of them are, but not every bot does use it.
True.
So there may still be some bugs, we're being told, but that is to be determined. And just adjusted some builds and army behavior. So not a lot of tweaks. We should be seeing a very similar Spudde that we have to what we have in the past. And we'll see if it can handle what Eris has in store. Yeah. All right, get your votes in. Do we have the poll up and running? We do. If you have not given us your answer, it looks like Eris is favored. Spudde with 33% of the votes. I like it. Our little Charlie Brown potato. What about, have you ever made your own French fries?
Yes, I have done that.
That I like doing.
I had one of those fryery things, and now I with the air fryer.
Yeah. Ooh, the air fryer.
Yeah,
that makes
the air
really
fryer
good.
works. I used to have one of the oil fryer things, but those are certainly way worse for you.
Yeah,
but just cut potatoes in the air fryer, are decent.
I just bake them. In the oven.
Yeah,
it's,
baked potato.
Baked
yes,
potato.
they are. They are
I
conduction.
like. Do you do like the potato wedges where you cut them into like little wedges essentially instead of the fry shape?
Sometimes, yeah, the thicker.
I like the wedges. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're better for dipping. You can really get a lot of ketchup.
Oh, I don't mix solids and liquids.
What? You don't dip your potatoes?
No, I don't do
Is
anything.
ketchup a liquid? Is that considered a liquid?
It's not. It's I don't like that. It's neither a solid. So I do not eat anything that is neither a solid or a liquid. No
Nothing in that limbo zone, huh?
No gels.
What about
no
like gummy? No
sauces.
gummies? No
Gummies, yes, but I figure they're a solid. Like if you take a gummy and do this,
That's
it
true.
doesn't change, right?
It retains its shape.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
retains its shape.
Valid. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because you could say that with a lot of things. Like chocolate would be the same. Like you could sit there and melt it.
So you don't do pudding? No pudding?
No, not really. I find it
applesauce. No applesauce.
No,
none of that crap.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we know. Let's see what happens here. We've got our next best of 3 ready. We've got Eris versus Spudde here on ProBots. Let's go. So I love milkshakes, but milk I think is disgusting. I just like a plain glass of milk.
Eris's.
Why?
Yeah, plain glass I don't, but chocolate milk I drink.
Chocolate milk's okay. Yeah, well, it's because it's chocolate. Yeah. But plain milk. Who why?
Spuds.
There's no need for it.
No.
Turn it into cheese at least.
Yeah.
All right, we're here on Blackburn. Huh?
Cheese elite.
You'll eat cheese.
Some
Well, what
of
about
it,
soft
like
cheeses though, like Camembert or something runny?
I don't think so. No, I
No?
don't have any.
No brie, like melty brie.
When I say cheese, I mean like sticks, like cheese, like cheese strings or something. Like nothing fancy.
I always have a pack of those in my fridge. Those are
like I don't eat any cheese that's been on a wooden shelf.
Well, you're missing out on some of the best cheeses, my friend.
Ice cream's a good one. I was gonna say that.
I don't like ice cream at all.
I do. You don't like ice cream. That's interesting.
Ice cream.
I will eat ice cream, but yeah, I don't like it if it's like melty, and I don't eat like soft serve ice cream. It has to be the more solid, like the hard ice cream.
Yeah, I guess if it's got like a lot of chunks
Yeah.
of stuff in it, like chocolate chip cookie dough or Rocky Road, something, I don't mind it as much. But yeah, ice cream's overrated. Not a fan. Popcorn too. I think popcorn's overrated.
Yeah.
I don't get the
Popcorn's-
popcorn hype. It
popcorn's
smells like the
situational.
smell bothers me. That gets stuck in your teeth. Like,
Yeah, I hate that part.
Ugh.
The teeth part's bad.
do you think Zerglings ever have that problem, getting like marine bits stuck in their teeth?
I think they must.
Like parts of machinery, like the
I'm surprised
SPV
that
gears
more-
and tubes and stuff, right?
Yeah, more animals don't like just get stuff stuck all over the place. I mean,
Maybe
you
they do.
see
We
it
just- how often do you go and look at wild animals' teeth?
constantly. Well,
Oh,
not
okay.
just their teeth, but like everywhere. Like I know, like my rabbits just come up every now and then, and they just got like tape all over them. And like they know, like they're like, I have no way to deal with this. Can you help me?
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, just in the wild, doesn't that happen a lot? Like,
Well,
how many have
yeah,
you ever
from all
gone
the
for a
tape
walk and
bushes, all
ended
the
up-
tape bushes in the wild?
yeah, like that's I'm thinking like things with like little pricker things. That
They
stick
probably
to
just
your-
roll around or rub up against a tree or die or something.
I think it's probably the latter.
All right, well, let's see what we've got on Blackburn LE. We'll see an SCV might get stuck in these Zerglings' teeth. It's going to maybe get away. Reaper dancing around. All right, so we've got Spudde versus Eris on Blackburn here. Shaping up to what's going to be more of a macro game, looks like. Again, Spudde can get up to that third base and has some nice unit control, some nice army control. It looks like he's getting that factory, so I would not be surprised to see tank, marine, just a tank bio composition here, which against Eris, that could be the ticket. If he can get a nice little tank line, get some, almost like we saw in last game, get a contain and start just killing Eris's units, start forcing Eris into engagements and, forcing Eris to keep building Zerglings and that kind of thing. It's when Eris gets up to the 4 bases and Spire and Infestation Pit and everything else that you're just going to lose. So I do think Spudde needs to maybe hit a nice 2-base timing or something.
Yeah.
Get some
Definitely.
pressure going. Get some.
Yeah, I think there has to be like you have to have a game plan of like how do you win?
Yeah.
Not
can't
just how do you
yeah.
hold off. Because like I think a lot of people, and we saw this a lot with like early Micro Machine. A lot of people tried to come up with strategies of like how do I hold off this aggression?
Well, we just saw that last game with DominionDog a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So, yeah.
There was no, but then there was not the next step of like, but how do I win?
Yeah, you can hold
Like,
forever, but if
yeah.
they have more than half of the map, and
Yeah.
you know they can just keep sending waves until you run out of money. So yeah, you have to have that follow-up plan. You're right. Something more than just holding. Because StarCraft isn't a defensive game. The objective is to kill your opponent's buildings.
That is it.
That's
all
offensive.
of them.
That's all offense, baby.
All offense.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here. Spud does have Medivacs coming out. Combat Shield about to finish up, so we might get that 2-base timing here. Very shortly, maybe a little squad will start moving across. Maybe some drops. That would be good. Ooh, good scouting. He's going to see that gold base coming up. So SCV sees everything. Marauders even now coming in the mix. Ooh, Marauders could be good. Tank some extra damage.
Yeah.
Especially with those Medivacs. They can... I've seen Marauders surrounded by Lings just not giving a damn because they have Medivac healing them.
It's true.
We'll see what happens. Nice defensive position here. Nothing's getting up anytime soon. Crocodiles let small birds pick their teeth clean. That is true. Yes,
true.
it's the what? Oh, what's the name of that bird? It's like the little. It's got like the little stick legs and.
Oh yeah.
There's fish that do that too. Fish will let other little fish and little bugs and whatever come and clean their teeth out. And,
yeah, and same with like a lot will let dead skin or like just get groomed by various things.
Yeah, mostly that.
And,
oh yeah, it's the little shark, isn't that? It's like a little what is that called?
Yes.
Something shark.
Baby shark.
No, God, don't do it. Don't you do it.
Oh, we're gonna get DMCA'd.
Okay.
Yeah, symbiosis is cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, upgrades coming down. Eris moving out. Looks like Eris wants to get aggressive with a lot of Lings. I gotta say, Spud's army is a little bit lacking. This little tiny squad, wow, didn't die immediately. Okay, it will die now.
Yeah,
I was amazed that
they were confused for a second.
Just a second of confusion, but no, this will all get cleaned up, and this base will need to be canceled, or it will just get straight up killed. SCV actually doesn't care. He's not afraid. He'll keep building. He's not afraid to use Zerglings. Look at him dodging those Zerglings as he builds. Okay, now he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spud a little bit behind here. Down on workers, even on army though. So that's good. And he does have more upgrades about to finish up. He's got combat shield done, stim on the way, and +1 getting close to finish. But look at that production tab. There's all those scary things I talked about. The infestation pit was. Wait, wasn't there, or did it just finish? I could have sworn I just saw an infestation pit.
Yeah, I thought I did too. So maybe
yeah, Hydras are out now. All their upgrades. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So Spud is now in that position where, yeah, he just all he can do now, I think, is defend. I don't see him being able to mount any kind of reasonable, unless he can start doing like maybe a slow tank crawl towards Eris's thing. But the way this map is laid out, that's going to be really hard to just push up the middle. Eris will have so many opportunities first rounds.
Yeah, you have to go. Like, yeah, you're pretty much gonna have to swing up through the top, and then you're gonna get counter attacked like crazy.
But that takes so long. Didn't we see that last week?
Yeah,
that map where it just took too long for the forces to get there, and I think it was
it's an extra 40 plus seconds to do it that way, and
Spud's gonna go take the middle road.
To the middle.
All right, take the lesser.
Yeah, and he's going like the middle, not like the not like the bottom path, but like the out in absolutely no man's land middle. One thing that I wish bots would maybe consider more is that a lot of bots don't respect the creep, and they don't spend enough time clearing creep. That's such a huge thing that like human players do, and some of the bots do it, but like I don't feel there's a lot that prioritize it, whereas all the Zergs prioritize spreading.
Yeah, well, I think it's a lot easier to spread it than it is to clean it up. No,
for sure it is, but it's such a crazy advantage. Like if you think not just the actual event, the vision, because like these bots run on information. Way
Well,
more
and
than-
the speed boost is nice too, actually, for
Yeah.
things like this, for surrounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, but Spud should have stayed on the high ground. I don't know why he came down here. I was gonna say if he had sieged up that fourth base from the high ground, maybe he could have caused some chaos, and Eris might not have been able to engage properly up the ramp or something. But this was not the spot for Spud to take a fight, and Eris will crush that.
Yeah, loses the workers over here with the little run by at the same time.
Yeah. Oof.
And yeah, it's just super hard to defend this because there's like 3 angles of attack that if you pick any of them, they can counterattack through the other, and you have to commit so hard to it.
Yep. Creep is good, man. Vision, speed boost, just map control. Hard to clean up. Yeah, and yeah, it looks like Spud is just going to get absolutely blasted by this counterattack. And will fall in game number 1, but he's not out of it yet. I think, again, if Spud maybe does a 2-base timing or just attacks a little early, starts putting that pressure on a little earlier, get a good defensible position closer to Eris' side of things. Some high ground somewhere. Who knows? Then maybe you could make something happen. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. There we have it. Creep. I guess creep is a non-solid, non-liquid, right?
That's true, and I wouldn't
Kind of
recommend
net.
eating it.
Yeah, don't eat creep
Yeah, don't do it.
unless you're a Zergling. Isn't that what the Zerg consume for nutrition?
I think it. Yeah, I think it sends nutrients to them. I think that's the point. Yeah, because the buildings start to die once they lose the creep.
Yep. Yeah, so the buildings definitely need it for survival. Yeah, it's like the life force.
Yeah.
Of it. There we go. That's one thing I'm working on making my VR game and stuff, and I need to make creep, and I want to make it so you can like scoop your hand down and like scoop it up, and it's like playing with Play-Doh or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eris is going to take game 1 here, and Spud will need to switch things up, I think, in game 2. Or maybe just get a better map. Who knows? Because that was
Yeah, it's a tough.
a hard map to push
It's
across.
one of the harder maps to deal with this. Yeah, you're just like the way that it's shaped, especially if you don't expand forward like aggressively. Yeah, you're just like splaying out your bases, and especially against a Zerg that has this much control, they could just attack you in any of them, and there's very little you can do about it.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what somebody's asking us what that is. All right. We are going to get game number 2. Yeah, Eris is just too good. Again, number 1 on the AIarena.net ladder. So going to be hard for any bot to beat. So Spud's definitely got his work cut out for him. But we'll see what happens. Game number 2 could definitely go differently. And that's where Eris is just so hard to beat because Eris just does everything. So how do you, there are some bots you can, okay, this bot likes to do this or that. So I can kind of prepare for adepts trying to come through my wall or something like that. Eris just kind of does the perfect Zerg play, I think, where it just sits at home, plays reactive, deals with any aggression coming across when it has to, until it just has overwhelming tech, numbers, just everything. It literally gets everything. So
I think that's the key, and I think it's also it's not like trying to do something or play in a particular way. It's kind of like it's just play good and test everything. So like if I can send a few lings and roaches and it does a lot of damage, I'll keep doing it. Mm-hmm. If you're getting aggressive, then I'll be a little defensive. Like it is reactive and it's
very reactive, very good at reacting.
And it will constantly go towards that late game,
which it's very good at. We've seen the late game unit control, and Eris is kind of the whole package right now. So, good team. Eris is the author of that there, but we'll see what Spud can do. Spud, the author of Spud, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're about ready. Game number 2 to decide who will move on in the upper bracket, and if maybe Spud can turn things around, bring us to an ace match. I'm hopeful, but we'll see. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Showtime. That would have been funny. You're right.
Team Eris's.
Eris.
Spuds.
Spud. Okay, here we go. Where are we at? Berlingrad.
Berlingrad. Yeah.
Berlingrad.
Not a real
Where would you go if you could visit any planet in the StarCraft universe? Which one would you want?
Planet in the StarCraft
Maybe
universe?
for vacation, for work, for whatever you want.
I think
Start a new life there.
Ire's the first one that comes to mind, but maybe
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, maybe Shakuras.
Well, Ire
Like, but it
before the
has to be
Zerg or
a-
after
yeah.
the Zerg?
Yeah, like before. Like yeah, so it'd have to be like a Protoss planet that is doing well, and probably like, you gotta go chill with the DTs.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know. Yeah,
Ooh, look
but
at
I
that.
would say
speed
yeah,
mining.
definitely Ire before.
Wait, was Spud the one I was saying that just added speed mining, or was that? No, that was last series.
that was
No,
last
I think
series.
Spud's already had speed mining for a while. Anyway, you can see there. Yeah, if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, speed mining is the act of mining faster. I don't know how to describe it other than that.
The great
Yeah. The workers normally, when you're returning minerals, they decelerate as you get to the command center. But obviously, if you're a bot, you can do a million things at the same time, pretty much. So they click just before the command center, so they don't decelerate at all. Normal movement, you don't decelerate, and then they just boop drop off their minerals, boop go back to work. So there's no lost time when dropping off minerals. Therefore, speed mining, and you can see that's what all those little red clicks before the base. Or we could see them there. Now you see them again. Yeah, that's what that is. So if you weren't familiar, now you are. Again, most of these bots have it
If you don't
implemented
know,
at this
now
point.
you
but
know. Yeah.
Spud was the one who added it. Yeah, it was Spud, I thought. Okay.
Okay, that's good. That is good. Put some uneven.
Couldn't see it. I didn't see it
Yeah,
then on the notes.
Yeah,
there,
it
then.
kind of becomes one of those things that we talked
there it
about
is.
it before. It becomes kind of a necessary thing if everyone else is doing it.
Yeah. Well, and we've seen its effectiveness, especially, I guess, more so in the early game. Obviously, as you get into late game, I think all the bots stop doing it because it's just too many actions or something once you get up to 4 or 5 bases. But in the early game, it gives you, like a 10 to 12% mineral or money increase over, like, the first 10 minutes or something. So I'm just kind of making those numbers up a little bit. Either way, it gives you more money early on. So if you're doing something like a 4-gate or a Zergling rush or any kind of early aggression, then it could definitely help you out. You can get 1 extra barracks, you can get a few extra units, you can get another bunker or something. Who knows? Crazy.
True.
Crazy stuff.
And there are way more planets in StarCraft than I thought there were.
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
there's a crap ton. There's a
yeah,
whole
I
universe.
agree with it.
program.
There's a whole bunch. I bet Draken knows these. He's one of these book readers.
I thought he wasn't super into the lore. I can't remember.
He always did, like, for our live events, did like trivia, and there would
Mhm.
always be like the game trivia, like the esports trivia,
Mhm.
like that sort of thing, and then he would break out stuff like in the third acquisition book of StarCraft thing, like in whatever, who is the father of like another character that you never heard of
Jesus.
or whatever. Yeah, and then I would just answer Zealot. No matter
Zealot.
Yeah.
It's the father of all.
what. Zealot
I've
is
only
always-
read like 3 or 4 stars. There's a bunch more I need to read. I've only read a few
There's
StarCraft.
apparently, yeah,
They're
there's
good.
apparently
I
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot.
Yeah,
But
I
I've
mean,
liked all the ones I've read so far.
Yeah, I can't read or write, but yeah, I've read a lot of Star Wars books.
Yeah, I used to read a lot of those Star Wars, the like old Jedi Academy, and
Yeah,
there was a ton of good Star Wars books back in the day.
I'm looking forward to the X-wing.
Whoa, get out of there!
series.
Oh, he gets
Just-
out alive.
Just makes it. Just makes it.
Just barely. Nicely maneuvered, Spud.
Yeah,
you
they're
saying?
making the X-wing series into a
Oh
show or
yeah, I
something.
saw that.
And that was one of my favorite like book series.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I always kind of think, and
Rogue
it's
Squadron,
true
that's
with
what
like
they're
the
making. right?
Yes.
Wasn't that what it's called? Yeah,
Rogue Squadron.
Well,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
the old video game. Was it called Rogue Squadron too?
Yes.
There was an old video game called Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
All right, this Reaper dancing on creep. He's going to come back now that he's healed up. Eris already on 4 bases with a lot of Zerglings. Oh, you're dead this time, Reaper. Ooh, nice surround there. Does move a little bit past him and cuts him off. So, yeah, Eris is set up. I don't think Spud can do anything to break through at this moment. So Spud will instead be on the defensive now as Hydralist Den is about to finish up. Roach Warren on the way. A lot of upgrades coming down. Spud cannot even get a third base because of a pesky Zergling. We've been seeing this a lot more, too, and it is really effective. Unless there's Ravens out or a scan available, and there we go, actually, a scan available, but it still costs a scan. That could have been a mule.
Yeah, it's just annoying for them to deal with, and yeah.
Oh, and here comes a big Zergling flood. This is going to deny this completely.
Yeah, and this is very similar to what happened last game.
Yeah.
Just the swarm here.
Deja vu. Oh, better spot, though, for the tanks, actually. They're going to get a couple of really juicy volleys here. But there just might be too many lings anyway. Yep.
Yeah, we'll get on it. Even,
I
even
guess
with
not,
the
actually.
double medevac here. Oh, I don't think they should have engaged. Or
Disengaged?
disengaged,
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they could have killed those tanks for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's all right. He still killed a lot.
Yeah, they could have made the tanks shoot each other. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Sometimes it's more important to get out alive.
Yeah, and here we see Eris open out paths, and I think that's like a key thing for like most Zergs. Because just having the attack vectors.
Just to get that creep spreading a little easier too.
Truth.
Wait, does creep go through rocks?
It
So
can go through rocks, but it's more that the
Yeah.
rocks were guarding like a ramp, and then you'd have to it just makes it a tiny bit easier.
Yeah. Ooh, Overseer sees all. And it's some decent production. You know, there is some good infrastructure here for Spud. But again, he's just a little slower. Doesn't quite have a gun. Ooh, a little skirmish going on. He is maybe going to start that tank crawl. No, maybe coming back home for the... This will be a much better map for that kind of maneuver, that kind of tank crawl down the middle. But we'll see. This is still going to be a real hard battle. We've got a Spire now on the way. Fungals are about to be very devastating. We've got the pathogen glands about halfway done, so there's going to be fungals galore for these infestors. And Spud begins his move out. What do you think? Think he can make anything happen? If he gets a high ground position?
Yeah, he'd have to like really settle in well and have like Eris just kind of commit,
flood and nonstop,
commit like heavily to it. But I think you're going to get a similar thing where you're going to get these lings or some group of lings kind of do a run by, and then at the same time, although there's some troops here,
good
defend.
Yeah, no, this is a little bit easier of a map for Spud to stay in a better position, a little bit more together, a little closer to his base more so than the other map. But yeah, this is going to still be really hard.
A Raven this time, and he's dropping some scans. If he can clear out some of the creep here on his path.
He keeps chasing one Zergling with his whole army. This is gonna be the death of him. He's gonna get out of position and just get caught because of one Zergling. That Zergling wants to live. All right, here we go. We might have a big engagement as Spud moves back up to the high ground. The tank siege, and Eris commits a nice anti-armor missile on everything. Maybe Spud can hold this with a few tanks. Yes, he does.
Yeah, really good with the tanks in the back. Well, yeah, it does drive it back. That's probably like the best engagement you're gonna get.
Ooh, those burrowed roaches are being a little bit pesky. They're burrowing right where the reinforcements are trying to rally from, so they're slowing things down a little bit in the main base. But Spud again has kept his army together. He's gonna start pushing down the middle now. But Eris has so much economy, so much map control. Eris already has more army supply just on that one quick remax. Pretty much a remax. Yeah, Eris pretty much maxed at this point now. All right, well, again, with that Raven that you mentioned, the creep is getting cleaned up a little bit, so that's nice. It's something, but a good Zergling flank. Man, these Zergling flanks have been so solid. Eris is so good at deciding when to engage. What a fungal! That is just going to absolutely destroy the rest of this army, and with that, Eris will crush through to what I believe to be a victory, but we'll see. 100 army supply to 33.
Yeah, it's looking like
Gonna be
that
hard.
now, and this was kind of a similar to last season type of Eris that kind of an opponent would come on to creep and even almost look like they're winning, but then Eris just has a way of delaying you, distracting you, and making sure while he won that fight, he never got any sort of objective accomplished. No base dead, no. Like, you have to. It's just a general principle in kind of like any game like this, but you can't just win the battle. You have to win the battle as a means to doing something.
Yeah, causing a backstab of sorts.
Yeah, like to take, if you win a battle but you don't kill the base, if you win a battle but you don't take out a piece of tech or something like that, or expand behind, like if you don't accomplish something, then it was just kind of nothing.
Well, if you're trading evenly when your opponent's on twice as many bases as you,
Yeah,
are you really
that's not
trading
good.
evenly?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to be winning at such an advantage.
Yeah.
That
Well, nicely played. Again, Spud does have some really good core mechanics here. Great infrastructure, great production, good unit composition, just kind of a general unit composition. Obviously not against like a late game kind of composition like we're seeing here with Fungals and Hydras and Vipers and everything. But Eris is just so strong. Gonna be the one to beat this season. I think, what was it? Eris got half the prediction choices for our fantasy bracket to win.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
definitely could happen. Could happen for sure. All right. Well, that wraps up that series. Eris, you will be moving on. You have just earned your place in the round of 8. And Spud, you will go down to face Micro Machine. Ooh. Out of the fire, or out of the frying pan into the fire, something like that.
I think that's it.
Something like that. It's going to be a tough battle for you, but we'll see what happens. Nice TVT. That should be a lot of fun. All right. We have one more best of 3 tonight, and then we're done. But it's going to be a good one. So we have got Zoe versus DominionDog coming up. This should be a hell of a TVZ.
Yeah, this one I don't really know what's going to happen. Like, I couldn't predict the flow of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. So both bots have finished in a top 4. Both last year. DominionDog got 2nd place in season 2, and Zoe got 4th place in season 3. So just last season.
Yes.
So a lot of potential here from both of these bots. A lot of very strong builds. What are their updates? That's what's really gonna decide things.
What have they planned for one
pulling
another? Yeah.
What do they got planned? All right, Zoe with a good win rate. DominionDog also with that nice ELO.
Oh. DominionDog in the bold, no cheesing anymore.
Ooh,
I think that's been for a while though.
Yeah.
Banshee, and then Banshees are also a possibility.
Oh, look at this. We might get a late game. More than one base for DominionDog in the upgrades.
Yeah, he's added in
Cyclone. That's a good choice. Banshee's also a possibility. All right, I'm liking these updates. Zoe also had some updates. Just a couple. Just rewrote the resource reservation code.
Yes.
So I guess how much of a bank they're dealing with, and then fixed some bugs in their defense. So just a couple minor tweaks for Zoe. So we'll see what happens here. I believe our last best of 3 is ready. Are you ready, Undersword?
Let's do it up.
Are you all ready? We're gonna do it, whether you're ready or not. Let's go. Oh, we're not ready.
Well, we're gonna do it anyway.
We're gonna start anyway. It's not my fault. There's no timer. The timer said soon, as far as I know. That we're ready. Okay, so hold on. I lied to you all. I'm just getting you hyped up. We're gonna start in just a minute.
Okay.
There's our timer. Okay.
There we go.
Getting the game loaded up. Yeah, I guess the black screen should have given that away. But thank you all for being here. Again, this has been a fun day. Again, we're halfway through our season 1 here of 2022. And this will decide in this match who will get a guaranteed spot in the top 8 and who will get knocked down to face Phantom Bot. So it should be, I have no idea who's going to win this one. I'm right there with you, mind me. This is going to be a close matchup, I think, at the very least. So get your poll votes in. Did we already change the poll? No. Come on, production. Get with the program here. Ridiculous. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Thank you all for being patient. Again, our last series of the night here, and we'll wrap this up with DominionDog versus Zoe to see who moves on to the round of 8. Let's go.
Soup catchers.
Zoe.
Pedolinas.
DominionDog.
Zoe with the little ProBot shout out. I like that. Bonus points.
Hell yeah.
Bonus points. All right. We are here on Glittering Ashes. And we will see what... Is that you typing? Who's typing in my ear?
It's not me.
Oh, it's production. I just hear a loud keyboard all of a sudden. All right. What do you think, Endersword? Who's going to take it?
I think I'd have to bet on Zoe. Well, that is what I picked. But yeah, I really don't know. Like a lot of them, again, you have a sense of pretty much what they're going to throw at each other. I really don't hear like DominionDog. It sounds like he's added a lot.
Well, we saw last week he did the early Banshee play, so we could see Banshees again. That was in the notes. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a hard one to call. A hard one to call. Let's kind of have to wait and see how it plays out. I do think we're going to get much more of a macro game though, just with
it's shaping
cheese,
up
obviously
that way. Like it sounds like that's the direction that DominionDog was kind of going. Really, and has done really well in the past seasons. But I think people do as the meta advances. Like there's a limit to how much you can do with one base play or cheese play or whatever. Like someone always kind of figures it out. So unless you stay ahead, then everything eventually shifts to that macro, and then someone will find something and shift it right back to early game, and then it will evolve again.
Yeah.
So just depends, but it does seem to cycle back to the macro.
And I'm getting a little scared to face these bots this season for the humans versus bots after seeing some of these bots play.
Yeah, I gotta actually play again.
Yeah, you might actually have to refresh and start practicing again.
Yeah, because when we did it last season, I literally have not played a game of StarCraft in well over a year now. So yeah, I gotta play a game or two.
I think I don't.
When I started to
anymore.
try and blink and stuff, I'm like, oh, I forget how to do this. So it's not helpful.
Yeah, that will be a lot of fun. We'll have more information on how to play the bots in the next few weeks. So definitely stay tuned for that. Join the forum or the Discord or whatever you got to join to stay up to date and be able to download that client once we get it out to you. So you can play against these bots, send us replays, and have a good time. Because it is a good time. It's fun to play against these bots.
Yes.
Each one has its own kind of thing, its own flair, and obviously, you could study it beforehand and exploit it and stuff. But we highly recommend if you have never played the bots, or even if you have, just go into it, without a plan and just kind of, just play, just have fun.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm drinking my bubbly water. What about do you drink flat water or bubbly water?
Flat water.
What about bubbly?
I don't generally like carbonated stuff. I can have it like I'll if I drink.
Don't you drink Red Bull or something or Monster?
I drink Red Bull, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not carbonated.
As you open a car,
like
it's not carbonated.
I don't think so.
There's no way that's not
maybe
carbonated.
mild, not like Coke or anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't drink soda or anything.
Like it might be mildly. I don't know what it is. Because it does make the little whatever, but it's not like bubbly. Like if you shake up a Red Bull, it's not gonna. Fizz.
That's true. It won't explode everywhere.
Yeah. I only drink fizzy things occasionally if drinking alcohol, as a mix or whatever.
Yeah, technically beer's carbonated.
Yeah.
So
true.
boom, got you there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, here we are again. Yeah, just shaping up for this macro game. Cyclones will be entering the field here. We've got that mag field accelerator upgrade as well. So this could get very interesting. Cyclones have a lot of kiting potential. And I feel like that's kind of what you're going to need to do against Zoe. I remember being pretty aggressive with Zerglings. Yeah, we've got the Roach Burrow on the way. So this is going to be an interesting thing here. We don't have any Ravens coming out just yet, obviously, with that Burrow. Oh, no, there is a Raven. Yeah, I'm full of it. As a turret comes down. Ignore me. But no, that's actually perfect. I was going to say that might be a problem with the burrowed roaches, but Ravens out, you're fine, DominionDog. You should be able to absolutely massacre these burrowed roaches. We'll see, though. We'll see.
Yeah,
don't forget, we will have Soup Catcher tomorrow night. He is the author of Zoe, who you see here on ProBots. So make sure you come and join us. And
it's usually quite insightful. Just
good time.
Nice.
It's a good time. All right. What do we got going on here? More upgrades. Yeah, this is the most passive game I think I've seen in a while. There's been a couple little Zerglings coming across to scout and whatnot. Cleaning bot there to clean up their guts, but that's about it. All right, and finally, some action. Here we go. Cyclone's leading the chart. Nope. Okay, false alarm. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes when something happens. Should happen soon. Should happen. Any moment now.
Here's potentially. It looked like it was going to be the move out.
I don't like how DominionDog's sitting on 2 bases, though. That worries me a little bit.
Yeah, you can't let yourself get this. I mean, it's an improvement potentially for him in base count, but still, you can't. Let yourself.
A 50% increase. So,
yeah, 100%.
How much more do you want? Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's a 100% increase. You're right. If he gets one more base, then it's a 50% increase from this situation.
Yeah. Exactly.
Math is dumb.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing right now. He's kind of like thinking of going out.
Repping the battlefield. They're just getting ready, man.
Yeah. Is he just chasing like a single ling there?
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Ooh, gets it. Nice shot. Okay, finally, here we go. The push out. I was going to say, DominionDog's going to need to push out soon. We were talking about that creep and how much of an advantage it can provide, and it's already covering half the map pretty much. So, yeah, DominionDog needs to start getting some work done. He does have that Raven again, so that's really, really nice. He'll be able to clean up this creep, which by the time he starts needing to retreat, that might provide him a nice clear avenue to be able to escape Zergling surrounds or things like that. There we go. Stim's getting close to finish as well. Once Stim kicks in, Zoe might actually be in trouble here. Army supply dead even. This base will die instantly. All right, no, there's a good army here. I don't know, though. Stim just finishing. There it is.
Yeah, it'll be what sort of surround or concave can he get here? He's kind of like fading away from him. He can do this for a bit, but he can't be giving up like all these bases to do it. There's an engage now.
There we go. Big Stim, excellent kiting back, a big concave, pretty much a surround
with this little group behind
with the Marines.
Them? These guys need to be helping, and they're not. There they come.
Guys?
There's a whole bunch of queens and lings that were sitting back. They came in now, but they weren't helping at the beginning.
So all in all, it looks like an even trade. I think we'll get cleaned up. Yeah, the Roach Burrow, a little strong. It's going to be able to heal those roaches up, so they'll be able to now pop up and should be able to push this back. But still, that was a really scary timing. DominionDog getting into a really nice spot there, but actually, it's not over yet. I thought this was going to get cleaned up by the roaches popping out, but maybe Zoe loses another base here? No, surely not. Okay, there's some fungals coming down now. That should... Yeah, if you could kill those medevacs, that would be huge. The medevacs are the only reason this is still going on. Just a tiny amount of Marines with medevacs can really do some damage. Okay, lurkers are out now. So now I think the reinforcements are going to start getting cut off. Yeah, okay, this will get cleaned up. Ooh, that was scary, though, for a minute. I thought DominionDog might be able to actually get some real nice traction. And now with a 4th base on the way, too, the economy is looking actually pretty good for DominionDog. That's looking better than it was. Not as good as Zoe's, but... Still with me, Undersword?
Yes. Yeah.
Zoning out there a little.
You're doing great. I think it's the similar sort of like allow it on and kind of absorb sort of thing and then counterattack. And like it seems to be in like the Zerg's favor to just like waste time and tech up more and then kind of make a tech switch that your opponent hasn't really planned for.
Ooh, those lurkers. You were looking up where to buy mangoes, weren't you?
Clearly.
Okay, he does clean up the lurkers with that. Again, those ravens are invaluable at this point in time. They're so important to making sure that this doesn't just get cleaned up and die. He's got for the lurkers to kill the creep tumors, to kill burrowed roaches, burrowed infestors, like everything is burrowed right now. So without the ravens, like this would just get absolutely demolished. As it is though, Zoe has such production at this point in time that
but even with the loss of like 2 bases, it still
didn't really matter.
Yeah. So against, I did
nice high ground though.
Yeah, pretty
What'd
good.
you like?
There's scrappiness here that is pretty good. But I also the Raven clearing out a lot of creep as that attack path happened is a big bonus. But it's just the creep is already so advanced.
Getting those infestors is nice. They had a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Oh, and a lurker too gonna go down. Oh boy, wow! This squad of Marines is getting a lot more done than I think it has any right to.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a code, like because the Raven's there. Is there any chance the lurker chose not to burrow because he's seen anyway, or something?
I don't know. Yeah,
because I feel like he should have burrowed,
or he was just trying to get into a better spot. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah. So definitely some like good scrappy play here by DominionDog, like staying alive at all here, because it feels like he's getting overwhelmed, but he's not like that much. I think it may start to turn now, but he's got counterattacks in him, and I think that's the key. He's kind of losing to these run-bys, and these lurkers here are going to take a bit to get rid of, but he's counterattacking at the same time.
Interesting.
It's just a matter of can you get somewhere to get something done. So the counterattack has to kill like a base or something.
Yeah, no,
he's definitely losing hardware over here.
Oh yeah, well he's about to lose a whole expansion by the looks of it. DominionDog doing his best to hold on, but I just don't think there's enough army coming out now. It's like you said, scrappy, and it's a little too scrappy for DominionDog. He doesn't have enough. There's no energy on these poor medevacs. They've done their absolute best to heal and keep everything alive for as long as possible, but Zoe is now crushing through with just superior numbers, 3 times the army supply, and this base will absolutely get denied here. And with that, I think DominionDog's chances of winning will get denied. Yep, that looks like that should be about it.
Yeah, I think so. A valiant little fight there. Like definitely scrappy, definitely good initial attack, getting 2 bases down and clearing out a lot of creep and so on. Like you're getting a lot accomplished, but then just still kind of overwhelmed eventually.
Yeah, no, that's gonna do it. So what kind of fruits do you think grow on Ire? Is it like tropical fruit, more like apples and plums? More northern.
I bet it's like some sort of.
Or do they just do root vegetables? It seems like more of a root vegetable planet to me.
That's possible. I was thinking more along the lines of like passion fruit, or like
so a little more tropical.
I bet there's a lot of pomegranates because they're very like mythical.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
or a pomegranate-esque type. Obviously, they would be slightly different than what's on Earth, but
exactly. There's probably like some psychic fruit of some kind.
Psychic fruit. Yeah, maybe that's where they call it.
Yeah, there's got to be calla berries because that just sounds good.
Calla berry, yeah.
That
absolutely sounds like something that exists.
Exactly.
Calla berry smoothie. Hell yeah, I'd drink that.
Yeah, even if there aren't calla berries, like someone that owned like a smoothie shop would be like, this is like the body and mind smoothie, so I'm going to call it the calla berry smoothie.
There you go.
It's like their version of the whatever dumb pronunciation we have for the acai fruit or whatever.
Oh yeah, the acai.
The acai.
I call it acai berry.
Whatever.
I know it's wrong, but
exactly.
Yeah, it's like acai or whatever.
They keep just changing it. Like as soon as people adapt, they change it to something dumber to continue making it like the hipster food.
Trendy crap. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Protoss don't eat kale.
Yeah, the Protoss they don't have time for stupid trends.
None of that stuff.
None of that.
They ain't playing. When you're like ancient sort of things, like trends, you've seen it all.
Yeah.
Come and go.
Well, yeah, when you live for thousands of years, you just stop caring, probably.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to get game 2 loaded up here.
Immortals are not sitting around waiting for bell bottoms to come back.
That's an interesting mental image. An immortal wearing belt. How would an immortal wear its pants? Would it wear 2 pairs of pants? Or would it get one set? Or what would you even call a pair of pants that has 4 legs? Is that still called a pair of pants? You've just opened a Pandora's box.
Yeah. A square pair of pants.
Square pants?
Yeah, do it. Get in the comments. Get in the comments.
Let us know in the comments how you think an immortal wears pants as we get this game rolling. Game number 2, which could decide DominionDog's fate and Zoe's fate. If Zoe can take the win, Zoe will be facing Eris in the upper bracket. We'll have a ZVZ. But if DominionDog can bring things back around to an ace match, then that would be cool. Let's see what happens. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I think is like
anger.
They're not happy, but they're not.
That's how I was at work. I was very stoic in my service jobs, and people just assumed I was angry, but I was I just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not mad. I just don't care.
Yeah, I have resting philosophy.
DominionDog.
There you go. An immortal wears pants any way the immortal wants. That is the correct answer.
There you go. Makes sense.
Correct
to me.
answer. All right. All right. DominionDog versus Zoe. We'll see if DominionDog can turn things around, maybe get that traction that he needs. Again, the build is there. He's a little slow to start. He gets that 2 base, sits on it for a little bit. But as soon as he starts attacking, he gets a 3rd, gets a 4th, starts getting all those upgrades. But Zoe was just able to crush it, and then DominionDog had no way to come back because he was, again, just a little too slow on the economy compared to Zoe.
Yeah.
Zoe just, was up on 5 bases, I think, by that point. So we'll see what happens. Yep, look at that base. Another base. So many bases. Oh, that is an pretty early 3rd base there. Oh, is this the Super Mega Zoe macro build? Didn't we?
It seems like it's going to be,
We're going to see a 4th base before pool?
That'd be nice.
Wasn't it 5 bases before pool in like this first round of game? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. Like if he goes like super hard on this, like I don't know if he's going to get away with it because DominionDog's not going to give that much time. But you can definitely like if you really know what your opponent's going to do. I mean, we've seen. I think it was Eris that had done things before where he just like built basically nothing until Broodlords and just knew that his opponent also wasn't going to do anything for like 17 minutes.
And yeah, if they're not going to do anything, might as well.
But DominionDog is not going to like. There's definitely going to be an attack if he catches you just doing this. But it's a matter of when does it kick in? Because if there's a window,
fly faster. Sorry, very I'm emotionally invested into this Overlord now. Will I make it? A second Marine's coming in. Ah! Oh, that was a close one.
Yeah.
All right. Could have been closer, but that's fine. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, just that if you kind of know, like, there's a period of time in which there's no chance of an attack, like the first 6 minutes or something, you can kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah, and a Zerg, that's ideal scenario for a Zerg.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want for 6 minutes.
Yeah. And it's why it's so important to like do things like send a Reaper or something, just something small, or at least have that mixed in so that
where's the Reaper? Didn't he send a Reaper last game?
I thought he did, but because
Did
he
Reaper
had
die?
some harassment.
We just missed it.
I don't know if he sent it. I didn't see one because I mean, there's.
I don't think he
nothing
even
out.
built one.
Yeah, there's nothing out because the spawning pool kind of just finished, and there's no queen or anything. So I don't think he did either.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's maybe fine that he didn't, because what is he going to really see? 3 bases in a pool? Okay, now stuff's coming down. Roach Warren, Evo Chamber, Lair on the way. So, yeah, things are shaping up here. Again, we're just going to have a nice passive start, and I guess whoever can take the better first engagement gets the upper hand, right? And then from there, because DominionDog can absolutely if he gets that traction, can keep it rolling. So yeah, I don't know. Well, it's all going to come down to that first big engagement, is my prediction. We'll see. Queen's doing something. What are they doing? I guess trying to spread creep, but there's no creep.
Yeah, just getting really brave. I don't know exactly what
Where you going, Queen?
One's coming back.
It's on a
Unless
mission.
the plan is to go meet up with like an overseer that's going to drop some for an advantage, but I don't know.
Oh, is he? Oh, the Queen's going to heal that Overlord.
Oh, really?
That's what I think. That's what's
awesome.
going on.
That's what's happening. Yeah.
Is that really what's happening here? It doesn't even have the energy for it yet, but it's like, oh, is there? Oh my God, there's two. I'm gonna get there first. I think that right Queen is gonna get there first. The slow walk to heal. It's a race. The race is on. Oh, okay. This one gave up. That's fine. Oh, they're coming back. They're gonna trade. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know what they're doing. They're just on an adventure. It's a walkabout.
Yeah, they're just out stretching their legs. They got a lot of legs to stretch. It's fun. Okay, here we go. I think it is for the heal. Right? You're not just gonna go and attack a Cyclone, right?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. They're being very they're being very provocative.
Besides, oh crap! I shouldn't have come this far.
Maybe they're testing the new patch. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that I couldn't heal out here. Although we're not on that version.
Yeah, I didn't even care about the Overlord. I could have I was like, okay, yeah, it's going for the Overlord to heal. Nope. Maybe to scout. Maybe it somehow got the scout command. Like we see this Roach kind of going up by itself to scout. But all right, here we go. Roach flank coming in. Army supply vastly in Zoe's favor right now. With that +1 attack upgrade as well. I don't think there's even combat shield for these Marines. So I mean, this should still get held.
Yeah.
I don't even know actually. Yeah, okay, it will get held. There's enough Marines that can fight, but it's actually maybe not even that.
There's nothing. There will be some reinforcements, but there's reinforcements coming for himself too. The Cyclone will do some work.
It's a great trade for Zoe, whichever way you look at it. Because again, DominionDog sitting on 2 bases, Zoe on 4 now, with that 4th base just starting actually. Zoe can kind of afford to trade evenly like this, and this is more than just even trading evenly. Now the workers are starting to go down. Roaches are causing some chaos here. Oh boy. Is that it? Is this?
It does look
a killing blow.
Yeah, it looks like it's an overrun here.
Oh boy.
A little bit surprising because I was with you. I thought that this was going to be held.
It might still. There are 2 Cyclones still out getting cut, and the Marines are kiting. They've got some medevac support. The healing's done though. The
thing is, if it's held now, it's held without.
It was a costly hold.
Yeah, like the workers are dead.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter at this point.
Ugh, gross. Yeah. Little Zergling jerky there.
Yeah, so like base lives, but the workers at the base died, so there's only 32 left. He's still stuck on 2, and he's kind of got to build from scratch. Where Zoe's
got half the map and in a dominant position. Yeah, no, last time DominionDog at least had those other bases coming down. But nice attack out of Zoe there. Really put DominionDog on the back foot and just slowed everything down, killed a lot of workers. And now just his initial attack hasn't even moved out yet because it just got slowed down so much. So, again, I hate to call it early, but I do not see a way unless DominionDog can get the best engagement and just keep on the pressure and keep on pushing. He's just going to run out of steam. He's got to be running slightly low with all those mules in the main base, right?
Yeah, you'd think. It's usually around this point you've lost like the
at least a mineral patch or something.
Yeah. So he is going to move out now. We'll see if this can accomplish anything, but it's obviously dulled a whole lot. Also, if you're seeing there, Stim isn't even half done. Yeah,
so there's just no way to hold for DominionDog to hold his ground. There's no tanks. There's no combat shield even on these. Oh wait, do they have combat shield? Yeah, okay, they did get combat shield, so that's good. But yeah, just no Stim, no +1. It's gonna do some damage, but this is the ballsiest Marine move out to just move into the middle of creep like this. And now Roach is coming from every way, sandwiching everything on the low ground. This was about the best engagement Zoe could have ever taken, and it's going to absolutely crush this. And that should be it. That should be
take it down. There's your attack result.
Green bodies everywhere. That's the result. A lot of dead Marines.
Yeah, they'll push back. Actually, is he going to attack right away? I still don't totally get what the queens are doing half the time.
Yeah, they're a little confused.
Zoe's maxed out. I expect the push will come here now into the third and drop that.
Oh, yeah, there's just not enough here. It's 104 army supply to 30, but yeah, still nicely played. Again, DominionDog has some excellent control. So you can see the splits right now. You've seen it all series. Really does take some good fights considering some of the disadvantages that he's at here and there. But Zoe's just too strong. Yep, Zoe's too strong. All right, so we'll have Zoe versus Eris in our upper bracket in 2 weeks' time.
That's gonna be a really good one. Both like macro.
Our two top macro Zergs. Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep up with it. It's gonna be just a bloodbath of Zerg. But well played, and DominionDog will move down to the lower bracket to face PhantomBot. So another Zerg opponent. So we'll see how that works out with the Cyclones and all that. Again, I think the Cyclones is a really good idea. Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential there, but just maybe too passive with them this time, or maybe if you did some drops with them, that could be cool. I've never really seen Cyclone drops. That could be done done by a bot. That could be done really well. You could snipe tech buildings. You could do a lot with that. All right. Well, everybody,
there you have it.
There you have it.
Yeah.
That is our games for the night. That is our day 4 of ProBots. We have our upper bracket, our first 4 bots in our round of 8 decided, and then next week when we dive back into that lower bracket, we will decide the other 4 bots for that top of 8, as well as have our second round of eliminations. So 4 more bots going in the scrap pile.
Yeah.
Should be good.
It should be I mean, we're like anyone going out is really good at this point. Like it's just we got good bots versus good bots.
Yeah, this upper bracket is stacked at this point. negativeZero, Ketroc, Eris, and Zoe. So 2 Zerg, 1 Terran, 1 Protoss. All incredibly strong. That is going to be a hell of a day. That will be again in 2 weeks' time when we come back to this. So thank you all for being here. This was a fun day of games. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll be doing again our post-bots show tomorrow night, joined by Soup Catcher, author of Zoe. So hopefully you will come and hang out with us if you're in the Crown Club, and hang out in the audience. You can chit chat with us. Should be a good time. I'll be having. You won't be here though. What, you
I won't.
Function or something?
Yeah, work thing. My old boss is retiring, so we're.
That's right, the retirement party.
Yeah.
Well, you should just invite him to post-bots instead.
I should. He's aware of it.
He knows it's a thing.
Yeah, a few people. Yeah, I mean, I work a little bit with like AI, so I've talked about this stuff a fair bit. So most people know of our geeky ways over here. But
excellent. Well,
it's hard to convince a man in the 60s to code a bot.
Yeah, there's a small demographic there, but
oh wow.
Oh, well.
But he's got free time now, so maybe he'll take it up.
Oh, yeah. Spend his retirement making a bot. There you go. One way to do it. Well, thank you all for being here. This was a fun day. Again, thank you for all our YouTube subscribers. We got that new emote last week or something. So appreciate that. And thank you to our Crown Club as well. We have finally reached the over 30 members mark. So thank you all so much for your support. You can see all those names scrolling down below us right now. But let's go ahead and do one more Crown Club member shout out, and then we'll wrap things up here tonight on ProBots. Run it. Thank you, Philippe, for your support. Say thank you, Endersword.
Thank you, Endersword.
Damn it, Endersword.
Were we trying to do that like the old the old George Burns ending?
All right, we're done.
Yeah,
Endersword just killed the show. We're
say
signing
goodnight,
off.
Gracie. Good
Hey,
night.
good night. Now, thank you all for being here. This was a fun day. Again, next week will be week 5, diving back into that lower bracket. So make sure you bookmark the show or check out the forum. Whatever you got to do, come check out the Discord as well if you're in the Crown Club, so you can join us tomorrow night for PostBots. All right, big shout out to all of our bot authors as usual for such amazing bots this season, and big shout out to our production crew in the background, Drek, Laddie, and Kaiser, keeping the show running and looking oh so good. Laddie also will be joining us tomorrow for PostBots, so hopefully you can all come hang out. It'll be fun. All right, that's going to be it for us here at ProBots, day 4 of season 1 of 2022 here on ESChamp. Until next time, have a good night and keep playing StarCraft or something.